Well, hello.
How's it going?
Hey
Not
guys.
too bad. Just got done taking a nap before this, so I'm all ready to go.
Alright, biscuits. Are you pain?
What's that?
I did something to my back and my cat's now like trying to jump on and off me and my back is it. What do you do?
It's finally starting to look like Christmas. I woke up this morning, snow on the ground.
Nice.
No, it's not nice. I'm not happy about it.
Why? Christmas is
I hate
nice.
snow.
Like I'm into moving though.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
This guy for now.
Must be nice to be outside.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all. I'm finishing up dinner for my roommates because they got the Rona. So let me finish up dinner and I'll be on in about 5 minutes.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Hey. Jose, are you going to be on here today? Say hello. He's actually up.
I don't see Jose on here.
No, he's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
What aren't you happy about, Nick? I missed that conversation.
It's snowing out, or it snowed this morning.
Oh,
No, thank you.
no, snow's fun. Y'all are lucky you're not in the city. It doesn't turn black and nasty.
No,
I'm in the
thank
city,
you.
and it's turning gross.
Yeah.
Do not want. Do not like.
Or just live in a city where it doesn't snow. That's what I do.
Thing.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it was raining most of the day today, but that was good for just sitting in bed doing nothing. Like, I think that's the first time I've like just done nothing all day, and I can't imagine how long. Usually there's like 92 things to do, but so I just ended up reading a lot and then started watching the Blue-Eyed Samurai on Netflix.
Is that good?
I have
Oh,
been
it's so
enjoying
good.
it immensely. It's been like a nice little because I watched Arcane and I enjoyed Arcane, but there were some parts of it where I was like, this is silly. But this has it's like if you took Arcane and mixed it with like Samurai Champloo.
All right, I'll watch it. I'm watching the second season of Invincibles right now.
Okay.
Another good show.
I'm rewatching all the Survivor series again, and it's amazing.
Oh,
Reaper is the OP.
My friend had me watch a few of those. They're pretty like it's like a guilty pleasure. You know you shouldn't be watching it because it's really bad, but you can't seem to tear yourself away from it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean it's not a good show by any means, but I just keep watching it anyways.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it, at least.
Okay, sweet. Here we go.
All right, dinner's all ready. Ready to play some D&D, guys.
Like
What's it called again? The show with the samurai again?
Blue-Eyed Samurai. It's on Netflix.
All right, sorry, I won't distract again.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just trying to figure out which
I'm personally offended.
set I'm gonna try and polish up tonight.
I watched the 13 Samurais. Is that what it's called?
Oh God,
Old one?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Antonio Banderas.
No. This is an older one called like 7 Samurais or 13 Samurais. It's an old one.
Okay.
It's really good. I'll send you the name of it if I can find it again. It's a classic.
No, so I spent I think a solid month of my life reading all of Vagabond by Takahiko Inoue, which is the manga retelling of the Book of the Seven Rings, the life of Musashi Eiji, and it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And this reminds me a lot of that in some of just the story notes. I mean, obviously, it's kind of a ridiculous Americanized samurai story, but it's all good samurai stories and westerns. I'm such a sucker for that kind of story, So
I'm watching that Con show now too.
Which
Isn't
one?
that great? I don't know. It's on Netflix or Prime. It's a show about Genghis Khan's grandson. It's Marco Polo. It's called Marco Polo.
Oh, okay. Heard. Yeah. No, I watched that. It was great, but
So I did see a post from Jose earlier on a different server talking about his wife. He said that they were dropping her off by medvac or something like that. But he made the joke that I have to sit on the porch and wait for her so they don't just dump her on the porch like the rest of the delivery packages.
just fling her at the front door. Yeah, he's saying that got her home today. Security was tight. 5 days. Blah blah blah.
I'm glad she's home now.
Same.
I also looked up some information on the Dragon of Gracklestew. I think somebody had said
the
something
pudgy
about
dragon.
him. Yes, he is a pudgy dragon. Canonically,
Yay!
yes, he is pudgy.
He's a fat boy. He's a chonk. Sorry,
Didn't
I'm
you see
so
that
amused by this.
YouTube? Did you check out that YouTube video I sent you?
I did not, but I just went reading through the book of the description of this dragon, and yeah, he is described to be pleasantly plump.
Yeah, watch that YouTube thing if you because it gives him a lot of character. It really fleshes him out. You don't have to use any of it because I've already watched it, but it's kind of interesting because it puts yourself in the first perspective view of the dragon, and he's just kind of talking. It's kind of cool. You'll like it.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But I'm gonna double check with Jose to see if he's joining tonight. I don't know if he is.
He's giving us a play-by-play update.
Oh, I see. Man, that's gotta be rough.
And sure as sun, baby, there's a heaven above, and we.
Writing up another description for my character for the new players.
He says he'll probably be joining the group next week. If you're okay with it.
Okay. Man,
because I feel like he probably needs to get her settled and like actually get some rest.
Hello. I've returned.
Excellent. So our group healer, just his wife. It's his wife, right?
Mm-hmm. I do believe so.
Just got home from the hospital. So we're gonna let him take the night off for at least one more week. Okay with it?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring in my bard then.
Sweet.
He's almost completely support.
Okay. We'll do some introductions here so you can get a name and a face with everybody.
Okay. Oh shoot. Where is that darn chat? Oh, here we go.
So I think we did actually have a bard with the group for like 2 sessions.
All right.
One session. One.
One
That was
session.
That was the
Yeah.
picture,
Mikey.
right?
The bard that all of a sudden just had a dragon.
Bard
So
that-
I have some news for you. No. My character just loves dragons. That's all.
Cities. Yeah, tell him. Yeah, it'll be easier for
Yeah.
just to this.
Is
So-
there a chat room I'm supposed to be in?
No, sorry. There's the Abyss chat, which Jose was giving us some information.
Jose, what's up, bro?
Jose.
Good to see you, man.
Hello.
You're muted.
He's
Jose.
muted.
I don't know if that's on purpose.
I was gonna say maybe he's joining just to listen in, see what's going on. That's totally fine too.
Yeah.
If you're willing to jump, willing and feeling comfortable about it, Jose, you can join in at any time. But
Dave, let us know what's up.
for whoever else is here, does anyone else remember what happened last session? Maybe to give a little bit of a recap.
We should
I
make Chris
just
do
said
it.
I couldn't find my note.
You make me do it. That ain't happening.
Yeah, Krez, what happened last session?
We did some things, we did some more things, and we did some more things.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
so
we-
explanatory.
Storytelling there.
We finished murdering a stone giant, and then after we finished murdering the stone giant, who was in our defense, two-headed and attacking us in a murderous rage, we won the favor of the city guard, became unofficial city guard members, which helped out in this weird, funky dark gnome or what is a Dwargar city? I said no.
Yes.
Dwargar city. And then the relative of said two-headed stone giant came weeping into the city, told us about what was going on there, why they had gone crazy, and our help. We have a little mushroom dude who we are going to try and get back to his spawning point, his respawn point, basically. And we did go to a merchant guild to buy some supplies for our trip back to the top side. We're viciously undersold by the Merchants Guild for our skills.
You guys were undersold, okay.
Yeah, they were just like, we're going to offer you a really small amount of money.
Okay, so you got low pay for a job. Well, hey, technically we're freaking migrants there. You know that, right? We're illegal immigrants.
Oh my
Right? So-
Correct. But we turned them down. So, as we are also heroes of the city at this point, and might go back and take on the job now that we have a little bit more information about what's going on in the area. There's some
So we still got the mushroom guy.
correct.
Yes,
We're
yes, you
taking
do.
him. We're taking him back to.
We gotta find a warrior named Mario and hand him off to him.
Can you guys tell me a little bit about your character?
We did lose the gnomes. The gnomes are out of the picture now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we lost the entourage.
No, just the gnomes so far. We still got the
Okay.
drow and the dwarf with us, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, the
drow and
shield
the dwarf,
dwarf
okay.
and the drow, because the drow is helping us get through the area. and the shield dwarf needs to get back to her homeland. The two gnomes, Topsy and Turvy, both went with a necromancer who cured their were-ratism. It's not even lycanthropy at this point, just some sort of like.
Oh yeah. The two characters that had ratism.
She's lovely.
Right. And then Helena paid a necromancer, despite everything in her that necromancy would be instantly murdered, to cure Krez's were-ratism.
So he killed them and then resurrected them.
No.
Actually, he just essentially what it was. He knew a spell to get rid of the lycanthropy, and he just kind of like bargained with them to cure them.
Oh man.
In that note, he also bargained with Krez and the party, and Krez is now free of this affliction as well.
See, I was thinking might as well turn all the gnomes into a like a bard group, a mariachi band that follows us everywhere, throwing a theme song out there, right?
Right.
Party idea. All of you are bards, except you're all just a punk band that are trying to go on tour. But these freaking villages, man.
I don't think.
Next campaign.
Next campaign for sure.
So listen, I'm getting my fiance all settled in, right? Unfortunately, she doesn't have that little freaking red button that she presses for nurses, right? So I'm the little red button. Right? So I gotta settle down. They removed Rosalind Carter's body from the morgue at the hospital. Yeah, they had freaking Secret Service on every floor there. So every time I go up to the freaking first floor, I get frisked. I get to the freaking third floor, I get frisked. And the guy on the third floor was a little bit too he was a little bit too much into his damn job. I felt like I was having a colonoscopy, the way he was freaking patting me down.
Did you at least let him down easy?
No, he hit the nads, and I wasn't too happy about that, right? But it was stupid. I mean, what kind of stuff is going to happen to a body, right? But the way the world is now these days, idiots come out there and do some stupid stuff. But they closed down a whole lane of road, so the emergency vehicles had to go all the way around town to get to my house to bring my fiance. And I kept on joking with her on the phone. It's like, hey, when they bring you, I'm going to freaking sign the paperwork, return to sender.
Nice.
I told her, it's like, hey, they better not leave you on the porch like they do with the UPS packages. Yeah. Right, but she's home. She's doing better. Right?
Glad to hear that.
She had exasperated COPD.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh my! I'm working hot.
Yeah, we're both smokers. Right? I have sarcoidosis. I got COPD, but we're gonna have to cut down completely off smoking. Right?
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah,
I'm actually doing the same thing, so except I don't have sarcoidosis or anything.
Yeah. So from now on, I'm just gonna bar the doorway for her room and put a cage in there and just slide food every once in a while underneath the doors.
Sounds like a plan.
As a medical practitioner, I do have to say, try and stop smoking, everyone. It's so bad.
It is.
The only
and it's
thing
so
that ever worked
expensive.
for me was Chantix.
That's what
Hey,
I'm actually trying.
If I
There
can
was
go
just
back,
one day where I just didn't feel like a smoker anymore, and it's the hardest thing to explain if you've never felt it, because it was always like when I quit smoking before, it felt like I was a smoker who just wasn't smoking. And
I've quit before. I've gone like months. Deployments, right? There was certain areas I couldn't light up a cigarette because you get freaking pinpointed by snipers and stuff like that. So there was no smoking, there was no lights, right, at the base at all, right? So everybody's walking around and bumping into each other with freaking night vision goggles, which suck.
Smoke on the water,
Yeah.
but no fire in the sky.
Yeah,
Right.
right. So, and then there's always that freaking idiot that's, they freaking, give the order, they're shooting a flare, so everybody has to stare down at the ground, right? And, I've gone like 9 months without a damn cigarette during that time. I mean, I know I can do it. I just have to
Well, just
occupy
do it.
myself with something else, right?
D&D.
Yeah, cocaine. That's what I said. Oh, wait a minute, you said
Ouch,
D&D.
ouch.
Okay.
Okay, so
Blood.
I'm gonna let you
Um,
guys go. Get back to your game, okay?
All
yeah,
right,
join us
fine.
next week.
All right,
Next
Jose.
week.
Bye, Jose. Love you, bro.
Take
Bye,
care.
Jose. Hope your wife gets to feeling better.
All right,
Yes.
you too. And Joe, who's Darga?
That's
me.
your boy up in New York, dude.
My boy in New York.
What the heck was that?
I'm
No,
sorry.
He
no,
was writing something. For some reason, he kept on writing something, and I couldn't see it. I don't know. Maybe I got him on fucking block or something. I gotta check
You
him
don't.
out. All right, take care. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Take care, buddy. So, you've met our healer.
He's very fond of crossbow bolts.
Oh my goodness, he is. So, now that we've got the recap out of the way, yes, I think it would also be a good idea if everyone just kind of give a little rundown of what their character looks like, their mannerisms. We'll start with Darga.
I just posted the written version and a picture.
That
So I
is
guess
true,
that
you
was-
did do that.
I'm doing the picture now. It's 7 foot tall. Well, first of all, where do we find? Shouldn't the new person go first? No offense.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm just having you guys describe yourselves, and then I'm going to set the scene.
All right. I hope he's watching us from afar. He's 7 foot tall, dark gray robes. I'm posting a photo. Keeps a cowl over his head. He looks human, but he's very tall and skinny. And robes, and he's wearing plate mail under his robes, and he has a shield on his back. And it looks like he's got stuff under his robes, like he's carrying things, like bulges, perhaps eggs. No. Maybe a moving bulge. I guess it's naked alive. Yeah, just a shield. Yeah, there's not much to him. He hasn't really shown his face much yet. But if you see his
Okay.
face later, it's like human and with kind of weird looking yellow eyes,
Okay.
scraggly hair.
Nice.
He keeps his hood on a lot, but when he does take it off, he's predominantly human looking. Other than the weird eyes, inhuman eyes.
Understood.
Next up, Helena, would you like to describe yourself a little bit?
All right. Helena is nearly 6 foot in boots. Very, very tall for a Shadowkai. She's built like a female CrossFit. Basically, you know
Mommy.
the meme where the girl stands up after the guy flexes, and she's got like those massive biceps. That's basically Helena. She's like built like a brick shit house, but she wears a lot of very neutral colors. Doesn't like to wear a lot of color because comfortable or familiar to her, being a Shadowkai.
Okay.
She has best way to describe her is she's female, the way like we call battleships and bombs female.
How many
So-
people have asked to be stepped on?
None, luckily. Otherwise, she would probably have to murder more people.
Yeah.
She is not very smart. She doesn't have a very high intelligence, but she has very strong convictions and is wearing or carries a double-bladed scimitar, a shield that is probably the first two things she will always reach for when upon waking. She does wear a very visible symbol of the Matron of Ravens.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty much that.
So then we'll have Naurion go next.
Give me just a second, guys. Sorry, something
Are we
came up.
skipping
Give me
over
like 2 minutes.
Craig?
Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's go to Krez then.
Yeah, Krez, describe yourself, please.
Looking at Krez, you would see a 5'10" blue tiefling. Tiefling? Can I speak today?
Oh,
Bright green
getting there.
eyes, dark red hair. Weighs about 210 pounds, depending on the day and how much he's eaten. But he's clean, muscular build. Tends to stay away from wearing shirts and only wears pants or shorts.
Cargo pants. Sorry, that was established last time.
He was recently forced to buy a breastplate because people thought he was too weak.
He took that very, very well, you can imagine.
And he's not exactly the smartest guy, but he does try to pretend to be smart.
Same.
And then along with that party, there is a what looks like a man of the cloth. Is a normal-looking human, by what it looks like, that's also traveling with them. That has a small mycetid sprout on his shoulder.
Tiny little mushroom.
In the,
I didn't
also
know
in their
what that
party. Also in their party, there is a dwarf carrying a great axe and a very shifty-looking drow. Now, Orion, would you like to describe yourself?
I sure would. Naurion is a pretty average-looking Eladrin, you know, about 5'2", between 5'4", depending on the time of day. He has like greenish, reddish skin that almost looks like it could fall off at any time, like a leaf on a tree. He has this really long, beautiful hair that comes right about down to his shoulders, and he's pretty kind. He's pretty nice. He doesn't speak very much, as you'll come to find. But what he does speak, it always seems to be the wrong thing. He's still trying to figure out how to be a person in the material plane. He definitely grew up in the elemental plane, and that's kind of where he knows his life. So
Wait.
as you'll find out, he's obsessed with mushrooms, and that's pretty much his whole personality is mushrooms and being nice to people. So we'll see where that goes.
What elemental plane did he grow up in? You're all new to me.
Sorry, I might have misspoke. He grew up in the God, why can't I remember the freaking plane that the Eladrin are from?
They
that's it.
exist on like a secondary plane. Like
You mean the Feywild?
Hey, well,
Yeah, I think it is just the Feywilds. I think you're right.
correct.
Essentially,
Thank
like
you, guys.
the Eladrin, as I understand it, they serve one of the four courts of the Feywild, or the Seelie or the Unseelie, I think is how it goes.
yeah. One's kind of lean.
He seems
Evil.
more Seelie than Unseelie.
Evil.
Especially
You
if
would be
he's the
surprised.
Spring.
Hey, you guys know a lot more about the lore than I do. I saw a pretty elf, and I said that's my character. So that's about far.
Nice.
The only other
They're
thing
pretty
I know about the Feywild is that north, south, east, and west is spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yep.
It's really dangerous for Outlanders as well.
Very dangerous.
There's
the
also
weird thing-
sunflowers that when you pull them, they turn into hobgoblins.
Fun.
The weird thing about the Eladrin, at least in D&D, is that they can change their form every long rest, which is kind of weird to me, but I guess it just is what it is.
Yep, they can change their seasons.
Faye.
So, you 5 plus your NPCs are getting ready to leave the town of Gracklestew to set out for the aforementioned Neverlight Grove to return the mycetid sprout stool to his home.
Correct.
Upon you
What?
guys leaving, you
Wait.
We had some stuff that we needed to do before we left, I thought.
Yeah.
oh,
What
Because we-
you guys were gonna.
Well, we don't need to, but now that I have this stone that the stone guy gave to me, I figured we could at least use it to question the dead giant that went crazy and get more information before we leave. At least that's all I want to do. Because it has speak with dead on it, and I can do a ritual and speak to the two-headed giant that we killed. But I would need to talk to his brother or whatever to try to get to the body. If that's not possible, then we're not going to be able to do it if the body's already gone.
Yeah, you guys. By this time, a couple days have passed.
The
Okay.
body was taken through the wall that we can't get through, right?
Yeah, they took the body into Cairngorm Cavern.
Okay, so they don't care then.
Dang.
All right, that's fine. Then I'm free to do whatever then. I just thought I had.
So, what else were you guys deciding to do?
Thought we were trying to decide whether we wanted to pick up the
gnomes.
like go back to the what's it called, the Merchant Guild, and take on that job for the money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, either way, as you guys are standing, you can hear some music coming from the merchant or the bazaar, at least. And by what you can tell, it's very beautiful. Would you like to investigate the sound?
The beautiful sound in the bazaar.
Yes.
Is it in the direction that we want to go?
Well, if you guys are going to the bazaar to talk to the Merchants Guild lady, yeah, that'd be the way to go. But if you guys are heading to Neverlet Grove, it's the other direction.
Yeah,
So it's beautiful in what way? Is it like the exact thing I want to hear that sounds beautiful, or is it just like someone playing a lute that's pretty good?
Beautiful
It's
like
not.
your hair.
It's not really a lute. It's more like Dosset, beautiful singing.
Classic. Okay.
So it's one of those, we definitely don't want to spend too long here. We have some other things that we want to do. So if it's on the way, I will say this, Helena is not terribly fascinated or interested in music. Just not something she particularly cares about, unless it's like drums. She likes drums. But she will want to go check on Topsy and Turvy since they're in the area and head towards the Merchant Guild again. But somebody else is going to have to do the talking this time because she's still, they undersold.
I think now Rihanna's really interested in the random music.
I'll go with them. I guess I could be charmed by music, maybe.
Oh, Elaine, we should go check out that sound. It's really catching my ear.
She'll follow. She says, or looks at them and goes, if this is something that we must do, then we shall do it. Let's go in this direction, but make sure that you keep your eyes on where we are going and what we are doing. Don't get distracted.
Well, we don't have to go, but I feel like since we've gotten here, it's really just been all like, I'd like to just have maybe just one enjoyable moment since we've been here.
In my head, just so you all know, she just sort of mimicked the face that is, like a confused cat. And it's just like, what is I don't know.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
The lady yells at him.
She does, she's in chainmail at the moment.
You don't want to upgrade your armor?
I kind of do, but I don't know if I want. I'm sorry. She's sort of looks at it and goes, I would like to. I don't know if I can afford the kind of armor that I would want right now. And at this point, it's good enough to get where we are going. So I figure save the money for things that are actually important, like food and keeping you guys alive.
Now Rihanna's going to start walking towards the music.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
I have 130 gold you're welcome to for armor.
She will keep an eye out for that fucking necromancer.
So you go into the Merchant's Bazaar again. You're looking around, trying to find the source of this music. You do scan your eyes over to where the necromancer was, and he's still there. He's just stirring his pot, kind of like organizing potions on his back wall. Topsy and Turvy are sitting on the stairs into his carriage, just like they were before. The sound of the music, though, I will let the description of this person go to our new player.
All righty. One moment, please.
Dun, 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 dun.
Drum roll. Sorry.
A much more elegant entrance than I had, I must say.
Yeah, you just walked in from a cave.
No, I,
What
I
up?
fell into the camp from like a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
Well,
literally,
if it
like,
helps, we were all just tied up together in the beginning, so I don't think any of us have made truly grateful entrances.
Can you hear? Can you hear that?
No.
And you can hear the song. Oh well.
Chris, you got
So-
to get your audio.
No, it's okay. So you enter the bazaar, and upon spotting the source of the noise, you spot a 5'3", dusky-colored half-elf standing and playing a lute while he conjures illusions and light into the air. He's singing a song about. He's singing a song that is akin to a lullaby. And despite the fact that he's a solo singer, it sounds like the music is echoing, and there are other voices there, all part of his act. In the sky, in the air, he conjures doves of pure light that coalesce, come together, break apart, and reform as he sings along. He's trying to bring just a little bit of light into this very, very dark place. And that's the song he's singing, if you're interested.
Are you half drow?
No, he's high elf.
Okay. Sorry.
so just a little bit of I think I'm better than you in his blood. That just a little bit.
The high elves are snobby elves.
Yeah.
I mean, the higher. Okay, I always get them confused. And it's a gray elf that's a normal elf, or
Huh?
what's the normal elf called? Like
Elf?
not allergen. All right, never mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think there's elf, wood
There's
elf,
elf, wood elf,
half elf.
Paladin, half elf, Shadowkai are technically
Drow.
elves.
High elf.
Drow.
Gray elf, I think. Gray elf. I think the normal elf is a higher.
But yeah, you guys, you spot what looks like a bard performing.
He's got that high charisma. And I'll post a picture of him in the Abyss chat.
Okay. I think I pinned the information with her picture. So she's sort of scanning the crowd, seeing if anybody is using the distraction of the light show to steal or sneak up on people and murder them invisibly, which is something that apparently happens here.
Give me a perception check, actually.
Oh no.
Okay, just a moment. I don't have anything on. Son of a biscuit, my computer went to sleep. Moment.
That's fine. I'm playing D&D.
This is what I get for being completely unprepared the one time.
Are you carrying weapons?
Perception? Perception, you said?
Yeah, you said
Nick,
perception.
perception?
Perception, yes.
Oh, I'm just rolling good today, guys. 6.
6. You do manage to see this. You look back to just kind of scan the bazaar, just see what's going on. Normal things are going on, at least normal that you've seen so far. You see merchants talking to other people and seemingly going invisible in and out when they converse. Some people yelling for no reason. You see also a very small, compared to the stall, what looks like another Darrow, and he is pocketing stuff from a nearby stall. He's dressed in rags, but they're styled as like the imitation of a fancy jacket. He's wearing a wide-brimmed hat, with 2 tentacles from a displacer beast sewn into the hat's crown.
She's
And he
gonna
also
head
carries a
towards
large satchel.
quietly.
Okay, so roll
Just
me a
sort of-
stealth check.
Oh, she does great at these. Four.
Or wonderful. So you start to
This
make
is
your
why I
way
get
over to
worried
him.
about the armor. Yep.
Yeah, you start to make your way over to him, like being sneaky about it, trying not to catch his attention. But he is just ever vigilant. He seems to be muttering to himself anyways, but he scans around while he's putting stuff in his bag. He spies you, and he stops mid what he's doing and just turns around and runs away.
She'll give chase.
Okay, yeah, so you start running after him. All the merchants are looking at you. They're kind of very puzzled. They're like, why is somebody running? Is something bad happening again?
And the performance probably halts a bit at the commotion.
So she's got a distance of 30 feet. What's the little dudes?
His is 35.
All right, then she will take her bonus action and bamf in front of him. Catch him.
So he, you do that, and it's like his reaction time is just wonderful today. You run, you start running, and then I'm assuming you use your teleport ability to get in front of him.
Yeah, Misty Step, the Blessing of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, you do that, and he, even more bamf, he just kind of slides between your legs, right past you, and just keeps on going.
How far away would he be from me right
From you, he's about 60 feet now. Yeah, you guys turn around and you see that Helena has just took off after somebody in the bazaar.
You know, like you do.
As one
Now
would.
Rion, without thinking of it, is going to follow Elena.
Okay, so that leaves Krez, Simon, and Darga with this bard fellow watching his performance. To which I don't think you guys have established any connection yet.
No.
Do you make song requests?
Do you take requests?
He
Give me something to chase to.
he seems a bit caught off guard by the sudden ruckus, but he does turn to Krez and say, what kind of requests?
You do anything heavier?
Not usually, no. But I can try.
At this point, I have no interest in chasing that guy, so I'm just gonna hang out and wait for her to start playing again. Is it her or him?
Him.
Him. And wait for him to start playing again.
Why? How have you found your way to this dirty city here, Elf?
Half elf. But since if you're curious, he begins to strum on his lute a bit, and he recites a brief but simple poem that tells the story of somebody who was tricked by a wicked witch. Essentially, I was looking for shelter, and I was offered it by somebody who deceived me. Unfortunately, she cast me here. I'm looking to find my way out, but I don't really know where to start. I thought I would at least try to bring a little bit of sunshine to this very place.
We're leaving this place this very day and traveling to the Underdark.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
We're leaving here soon ourselves and traveling to the Underdark away from here.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
You have you need of a Have you need of a healer?
As a matter of fact, we are.
But
I
we
don't
got
even know.
Simon.
Yeah, but do we really have Simon right now?
Helena's in the distance yelling, "Stop that little fucker!"
Maybe
We'll be back.
maybe we could.
I'm gonna go after my friend, and I'm gonna dart off after her and leave her and Krez together. Him and Krez together.
So the tiefling and the bard. This is
Yes.
fantastic.
Well, if I say I do believe your very angry friend might need a hand. Would you like my assistance in catching this? What is he?
Dwarven. Or the thing that was the the little dude who was like cutting up bodies. What are they called?
Oh, Darrow.
Darrow, thank you.
That's a dwarf.
I can attempt to assist if you'd
That's
like.
a range dwarf.
Well, if you want to give chase after it, go.
Well, I am. You two will be back, I'll say. But I'm gonna go just make sure she doesn't need help.
May I tag along with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not waiting for you. I'm just bolting. If you're gonna come, you can come. I don't know
Okay.
what the tiefling's doing.
What is Krez doing?
In straight up Ronozoro fashion, I'm gonna walk. Like if they went south, I'm gonna go west.
Hurting.
Then
I'll
I'll
cut him
follow-
off somewhere.
I'll follow Krez.
Nice.
By the way, my name is Cassim, but my friends call me Cass. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, I'm
Right,
just
so
gonna
you
head
guys,
west. Or whatever.
you guys all give.
a different direction than the way they went.
Hurting.
Trying to head them off.
Okay. So you guys all take off through the bazaar, some later than others, off in chase of this Darrow thief. And he runs pretty far. You chase him for a while, but eventually he passes through a gate. And there is a sign there. It is written in Dwarven as to dictate what this district might be.
One moment. I can cast. Can I cast comprehend languages?
You could, but the
I think
dwarf
I'm
of
gonna get there first.
Oh,
the dwarf of this party has been keeping up with Helena, and she sees a sign says West Cleft District.
Can you drop the? Are we on the map again?
I don't have an actual map for this, but I do have the world map that I can share again.
That would be great. I would appreciate it.
Okay.
So, just for a little out of character above the table information as to why Helena wasn't just like hanging out and like taking the time to get to know your character. Earlier, we had been told that there was a series of this particular kind of dwarf and drow who were raiding parties all along and stealing from people all along the path to the to the surface. And one of the things that we were possibly going to get paid to do was take them out. So she saw somebody who matches the description stealing in a bazaar and is like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm going to catch this guy and get some information, get a leg up. That's what's going on above board. So, I wasn't just like, fuck your character, I'm out. It was literally like an in-character decision to chase. So apologies there.
I feel like you had a reason. And I kind of, I imagine he saw them walking up together. So the way he sees it is that he can probably impress upon her if he assists. even without
Right.
asking.
That was just one of those, like, me as a new person in a campaign. If I was like trying to introduce myself and somebody was like, "I'm out," I would have been like, "Son of a biscuit, what'd I do?" So
Oh, that's okay.
that was me.
I understand. Thank you for explaining, though.
No problem. So that's what she's doing. She's giving chase.
Understood.
She wants information from these little nuggets. Do we know anything about this district? Is this the district that we're not allowed in because we aren't dwarvish?
Give me just 1 second to look that back up.
What are you doing? What's that noise?
Oh,
Really
I'm sorry.
loud.
I'm building molds.
with
They're
Legos?
Legos. Yeah, they're Legos.
Legos.
I hang on. Let me get a picture
Sorry to complain.
so you can.
It's a little overriding. I plan on trying to listen to this video sometime.
My bad.
I'll send a picture of your Legos. My nephew.
I'm
plays
gonna
it.
send a picture of the Legos because that's how I roll.
It probably went without saying, but now Rion took Chase as well because he doesn't know yet, but he really likes Elena, so he just wanted to make sure she was okay with wherever she was going.
No.
It's the charisma.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's a 16 charisma score.
It's the
18, I think.
fucking 18 plus 4 to charisma.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's the blood of her enemies.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's probably all of the above. Let's be real.
It's probably a good combination of both.
Yeah. So that's the Legos. I make the dice housings out of Legos because it's easier to get different shapes. But
Are you a dice
so
goblin?
I am a dice goblin.
Very nice.
Let's see here. So yeah, she doesn't read Dwarvish, and unless somebody stops her, she's kind of like a freight train. So there's that.
I don't feel like it's my character's place to try and stop her. So
No, that's more of a probably the shield dwarf being like.
Well, is she making her intention known to break through the gate?
Is it a gate
Yeah.
that she has to break through, or is it just like
It's
an
just
archway?
like a large iron gate. Like the only thing that this Darrow had to do is kind of like shoulder check it, and it opened enough for him to run through.
All right,
Oh, so
she's about
it's
to
not like
say
locked
fuck
or
it and
anything?
throw like a javelin if he doesn't slow the fuck down.
No, it's not. It's not even guarded. I'll let you know that too. Like usually, there's guards at all the other other gates and stuff. This gate looks like it's been in disrepair for a while, as one side hangs very precariously, like it's about to fall off its hinges, and there are no guards to be seen.
All right, I'm gonna throw a dagger just to try and like hobble him.
Okay, yeah, make an attack.
always fun.
It's 13.
13. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
with my
dagger.
great rolling today.
The dagger is just gonna hit the gate and clatter to the ground.
All right, she's gonna scoop it up as she barrels through after.
Is that duct tape?
What
Yes,
do you?
it's tape. I'm sorry. I will mute. I'm sorry.
Is he still within range?
He's out of line of sight right now, as he's passed through the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to get to the other side of the gate to figure it out.
Shoot, I was gonna call out for him. Oh no.
Have I caught up to them now at this point, or am I still like going in weird directions?
After like a minute and a half, you all kind of meet back up together at this gate.
Where is
Though
he?
maybe not all of you realize what is going on. Like Krez and you did hear her call out, "Stop that fucker!" So you know that she's chasing after somebody.
Which way did he go?
Who is that you're chasing?
She is still giving chase, so she's.
Oh, so you just crashed through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
That's
you
somebody
crashed
right
through.
behind.
in reaction to Helena's outward rage, and is he within range to for Nalrian to try to loose an arrow at him?
Yeah, you can shoot an arrow at him if you want.
Wait, I'm sorry. I wanted to cast the spell Friends, and then see if I could convince him to stop.
I believe that's a creature you can see, isn't it?
You would get disadvantage because I think we are actively engaged. But you don't. He doesn't know that you're not with us, or that you're with us. So.
And isn't Friends touch, or no? Am I imagining that?
I think suggestion is touch.
Right. All enchantment spells are sight based. You have to see
Right.
something.
So Friends wouldn't work here just because he's passed over onto the other side of this gate. You can't get a clear sight of him. Helena, you pass through the gate, and this guy is still a good distance away from you. But there's also 4 Darrow that are kind of chilling on the other side of the gate. And they all just look at you, and they smile with a very malevolent sense in their eyes.
We're gonna get to kill shit.
She just starts smiling in return. She can't help it because, like, these are in some way safe creatures to fight for alignment because she knows they are not naturally neutral or good.
So they look at you, they smile.
Doesn't make a difference.
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You were saying something.
Yeah.
What you said.
Did I cut you off? I didn't mean to.
I was just saying about out of character stuff. Just no. Keep going, please.
Okay. So yeah, they look at you, they see the badge on your chest, and they say, you work with the town guard. That means we definitely get to have fun with you.
You're talking an awful lot for somebody who's just drawn her sword.
And mid-sentence, they're just going to stab you.
No, like, she hasn't said anything. Like, she's just ready to go.
Oh. Yeah, they're looking at you, they smile, they say that their little fun tagline, and
Then
one of
she
them
would
makes
stab them.
Yeah, and chaos ensues.
I assume we're behind them? Like her?
Yeah. So, I believe it was Helena took off first with Nalrion following behind. Then Darga took off to give chase. And then... Right, so you went off with Darga, and then Krez and Simon would be following up the rear.
Really, bro?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was me. My bad. Sorry.
You feel better, at least.
That was so perfectly timed.
All right.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay. I was just like, wow. Okay.
Let me know if there's a map up Nick.
I will. I didn't have a map prepared for this because honestly I didn't prepare for this.
You weren't expecting somebody to jackrabbit after
Typical D&D campaign. You plan for your players to do one or two things and they do the complete opposite of those things.
Well, we live to serve.
Thought I'd be talking to a dead giant.
So yeah, at this point we will roll initiative.
Okay. You mentioned that we did it.
Do I need to roll yet? The second roller-uppers? Or should I wait till next round? How are you doing that time-wise?
What do you mean?
Do I roll initiative now? Am I there yet? Coming behind her? Or do I wait till next round?
I mean, this is just for the formality of things because you guys are all traveling together.
Yeah.
Things will happen as this unfolds.
That's fine.
And
oh shoot! How do I?
and like I'll just kind of like dictate as you guys enter into this place, do whatever.
I got 19 plus 1.
Oh darn! I accidentally rolled only for myself. Shoot.
Oops.
How do I?
Just
How do I
re-roll it.
But how do I roll it like so it shows up there?
You
Are you
should
a part of the campaign?
you should be in the campaign.
I am. I'm just.
Yeah. So I believe when you go to your rolls, you should
It's
see, I saw that.
rolls.
You just have to make sure it's marked to everyone, not just to yourself.
Well, I
It should
did,
be
but now it's calling it a custom roll. I'm not getting the option to roll.
So
Initiative.
did you click where it says initiative with a little outline gray box?
No.
Go ahead and do that.
But
So
where
if
is
you go
it?
to your
I don't see
character
it.
sheet, if you go to the character sheet, it says like +2 or +4 or whatever on it over initiative.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Click that little gray box there. That's around
There you go. 18.
go.
Good job.
Wonderful. So proud of you. All right, I got everybody in except for Simon. I'm gonna roll one for him. Modest, but he'll take it. Alrighty.
That
So
sounded like a gun. What was that?
I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to be that loud. You guys must be really close to my
Helena,
mic.
Helena doesn't just have the dagger; she's frickin' strapped with the blicky.
She's strapped.
he's tapping people for all
Just for
this
funsies.
tomfoolery.
Just imagine Lord of the Rings, but with a gun instead.
Oh, that journey would have took like a week tops then.
I'm just imagining she's trying all these different techniques, and finally she's just like, "Fuck this."
Just like shoots him. No, that would have been if I'd pulled out the javelin. I was being nice with the dagger.
I'm just
So,
now imagining the part where Frodo gets captured by the spider, and then Samwise Gamgee just comes out from the corner with a Glock, like, "Eat this, bitch!"
Just gang. All right.
Samwise,
So
why did you turn it sideways? What does that mean?
do I get? Question becomes: do I get that first hit, or because like she would just see somebody like smirking and trying to talk shit, and she'd be like, "I don't have time for this," and like go for the attack.
I'll let you get that one attack off. Yeah.
Oh,
Could that be a nat 20?
Well, forget I said a word.
To hit, and then so first hit will be 14
Think about Helena
damage.
is Helena only rolls like nat 20s or like 2. It's like nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in between. So
Jesus
14 damage on the
Christ.
first hit, and so she
That's
just sort of
enough
like
to kill that
slashes
one.
to the right, and then like does almost like one of those like sweet spins and hits the next one in line.
Goodness
so
gracious.
for like an 18 to hit,
Yeah.
and that will be 7 damage.
Okay.
And she's still going, so she's still locked on the chase.
Jesus Christ. All right, so beginning the initiative now, it was 2 of these guys were going to go, but, well, Helena killed them.
Yay!
The damaged one of the 2, he is going to produce, or he's going to take the hook spear off his back, and he's going to make an attack at you.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is also going to be a nat 20.
All right. I'm going to use my shield
Wait.
of warding.
Oh, I was going to use silvery bar.
Because I have that guardian emblem that's on my wondrous item that will turn a nat 20 into something else, right? Suffers a critical hit. Just one charge to a normal hit instead, so it's not crit.
Okay, cool. So he just does normal damage, which is only a d6, but max damage nonetheless, 6 piercing damage to you. Okay. And I believe you are a medium-sized creature, right?
I think so. Just a normal-sized creature.
Okay. So actually, disregard the damage.
Okay.
And he is going to take this hooked spear and rip you down to the ground. You are now prone.
That's not a strength check.
Nope. It's just it does it on hit.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Oh no.
Next up is Darga.
Well, I'm gonna step around the corner, see what's going on, and say, I'm gonna mark the one that has her, and blast her it with a shoot. What if I miss? I'm gonna look really stupid with an Eldritch Blast.
Just
Do it.
Well, that's not bad.
I know she's prone, but she's still gonna keep eyes on the one that she was chasing.
I
Very
rolled
much.
twice, but it's the first one, and I have Repellent Blast, so it'll knock them 10 feet away from her.
Okay, so 13 is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I don't have Agonizing yet, so that's just a 4.
Soon.
No, wait, no. Oh, he's marked though, so that's a 6. I'm sorry.
That is enough. He takes the damage with this Eldritch Blast. He dragged Helena to the ground, and you just kind of blow him away.
Nice.
And he falls back 10 feet away, dead.
Ooh.
So that's the 2?
That's 2 of them.
You don't
You
need
saw
to worry
it-
about taking prisoners because I could question them after they're dead.
Oh, savage!
She just started grinning so feral at that. I don't even know, man.
So yeah,
the one that Helena was chasing is still running away, correct?
Yeah.
he is. And Helena, you asked if he. You said you were going to keep eyes on him even though you're down.
I would like to try to, yeah.
And you get a glimpse off into what this district looks like, and it looks like the guards don't come here. It's very shabby, even compared to the Dark Lake district, which was for like commoners and poor people. Like this place looks like it was built by insane people. The houses are like, they don't make sense. Like they're not grouped in a way that would make it efficient. Some of the buildings have like a very small base and then like a hugely obscene next floor. Like the square footage is all off, and these buildings shouldn't be standing by physics standards, but they are.
Okay.
And you see this Darrow that you've been chasing. He kind of darts off in between the buildings, and you lose sight of him from where you're standing.
Damn it.
But you do see the other 2 Darrow that kind of impeded your advance, and 2 more running up.
So the guy that was running away, he ran away before my turn on the initiative?
Correct.
Okay, copy.
Darga, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that's it. Everybody, I'm just standing by the gateway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
All right. Krez Draven, you are up.
And so I come around the corner. Helena's on the ground. One body near her, another body that got knocked back a little bit and fell over. 2 there and 2 coming towards me.
Correct.
So I'm gonna go into a rage,
That sounds like a good idea.
and I'm gonna charge at the 2 that are still standing that are not on the way. And I'm gonna swing at the first motherfucker that looks my way. For 22 to hit.
That hits.
For a total of 10 damage.
Is that with the +2?
Yep, I've made the sword work that way.
Okay, cool. Okay, so he's still standing, but this Darrow is really hurt.
That'd be my turn.
That'd be your turn.
Bonus
Bonus
action,
action and action and all. Okay. Cass, you are up.
Okay. Do I see any more enemies running out, or is it just these last two?
As you make your way around the corner, there's just the two enemies standing in with Krez and Helena on the ground. Darga standing by the gate. There's two more approaching, and give me a perception check.
Okay. Okay. How do I roll that in here?
There's a
If
little
you
gray
go to
box
your-
next to the thing that says perception, and you click that.
Yeah, there'll be a modifier number next to your skill perception in your skills list.
9.
9. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see anything else of particularly interesting nature coming up.
Okay.
But Helena on the ground, you see, with your passiveness, i.e. your passive perception of fucking 18, there's the two that were initially coming towards you, and there's actually 4 more en route to you as well. They are about 100 feet out.
Okay.
Let's just
First,
slay the
I'm
whole
going.
district.
Obviously, I'm going to shout that to the party and let them know that there's a bunch coming. Get ready.
Well, Helena was the one that saw that, not you, Cass. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad.
But yeah, you see 4 so far.
I am going to use my Fey Touch to bless, and I'm going to cast that.
Sweet.
I pressed use. Is it not showing up?
No, it'll just expend the spell slot. You just have to tell us where you're using it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I'm giving it. Let's say I'm giving it to Krez, Helena, and Darga.
Not
What
your,
does that give us?
Huh?
not yourself.
No. I want the people that I want the people that need to hit things to hit things.
Okay.
It's an extra +4.
Like a D4?
Yeah, you get an additional D4. Okay, that's an action.
To
I wish I
attacks
could have
and
the
saves, I believe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice. Thank you.
Not a problem. And I suppose as my additional action, I'm going to give Helena some bardic inspiration.
Ooh, sexy.
Sweet.
And now, is that your bardic? Is that a D6 or a D4? Where are we at?
That is let me see. I get 1d6.
Okay.
Next
Well,
level, it
first of all,
becomes a D8.
Yay!
I know, it's so exciting. She will yell that there's more coming, just to warn the people that are behind her. She's not an asshole.
The
What
group
was
will
the
hear
special about the one that's getting away?
May I? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Cass will sing out a valiant song, and I'd say the 3 that I mentioned earlier will feel a rush of renewed vigor, especially Helena.
Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I've never played a bard.
It's
kind of
essentially you're feeling the effects of bless and the inspiration.
Like
Nice.
Viagra.
Okay. Or caffeine.
All right.
Or caffeine.
Okay. So, are you allowing me to yell that as a free action?
Yeah, I'll let you do that as a free action.
All right, cool. And I will definitely warn everybody that there's more coming. And they're all the Darrow.
Correct.
Can I change my mind on that D6 inspiration for something else?
I mean, if that's what you'd like to do.
I would like to instead use that charge of bardic inspiration to cast Mantle of Inspiration, which gives 4 people, aka the rest of the party, 5 temporary HP.
Can you cast 2 spells in a round?
It's an ability, I believe.
Ability. So is blessed.
Oh, that's so cool.
And each creature can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
And that's a bonus action?
Bless
Yes.
is a spell.
Sweet.
That's dope.
That's
I-
well, I was gonna try and like grab a body and retreat, but now I'm feeling like she'd probably be all like jacked up on Mountain Dew and come at you like a spider monkey.
5 hit points?
Yeah, it's only 5 temporary HP for everybody. For Krez, Helena, Darga, and what is Toast's character's name? Is it Nalron?
Naurion.
Nalrion. All 4 of them gain 5 temporary HP and can move up to, as they can move up to their speed.
Alrighty.
And that's my
So
turn.
yeah. So you guys start to feel very inspired in this moment. Helena, it is now your turn. You are laying on your back from
use
being pulled down.
half my movement to stand.
Good idea.
And then I am going to ready an attack for when they get close enough to attack. Because I'm going to hold the line, and now that I know my friends are here, and now that I know more they're coming, and then just sort of like shout back, "Well, we were looking for Dado. They seem to have found us."
All right.
She's just like, fortuitous, no?
So there are 2 that are about 15 feet away from you. There's 2 behind you, but Krez seems to have them handled. There are more coming. They're about 100 feet away. You wanted to hold your attack for the
Until
ones
they are
coming?
close enough. Yep.
Okay, cool. Sounds like a good idea to me. Next up will be Naurion.
All right, now Rayon's going to look over, see Krez has got his stuff handled, but he's a little worried about these 4 coming up. How close are these guys together? Are they pretty clumped together, spread out? What's the dealio there?
Oh, they're clumped together. Like, they're within 5 feet of each other. 2 of them are standing right next to each other, and the other 2 are, like, two steps to the right and 2 steps behind them, kind of like in a fan formation.
Man, you love to hear it.
I know, you love to hear it, right? So now Ron's going to cast Hail of Thorns on his bow. That's a first level spell. Pop. That's cast. And then he's going to take a shot at the centermost one, hoping to get all 4 within 5 feet of the arrow shot. But, see what actually happens when the arrow flies. You know what Hail of Thorns is? Or should I read it out loud for the DM?
Cyrus?
Okay, so yeah, go ahead, roll your attack.
Ooh.
Good hit.
That is a good.
And good damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy takes 10, whoever the centermost guy is. And then him plus the people around him are going to take 1d10 of damage. Let's see what I roll on the d10. See Alvin.
Ooh.
So how's everyone looking over there?
So, that spell, Hail of Thorns.
Mic off.
Let me just... how exactly does it work again?
So you cast it onto a weapon, and then when you hit someone with that weapon within the concentration time, which is 1 minute, the one single next time you do it, that creature and every creature within 5 feet of that creature take 1d10 of piercing damage.
Fancy.
Of the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet make a dex save.
Oh,
Okay.
dex save. I mean, my bad.
That's all good. I didn't know either.
Dex 12. Half damage on a successful save.
All right. So they're gonna make some saves.
Some sex saves.
First one's gonna be an 8, and the second guy is gonna roll even worse. So they both fail.
That's Dexy of them.
And what about the fellow that was bonked first?
So if you aimed at one, and it only affects creatures within 5 feet, it would only have hit another one. So 2 of them failed. The both of them that would have affected failed.
All right, sounds good. So to take down any of them, or are they still standing strong?
So it's 7 plus 10 on the one that it actually hit.
Yes.
So one of them, yeah, the one that you hit with the arrow initially, he did.
The other fellow. Oh, go ahead.
The other guy, he is still standing.
Perfect. And because it is the first round, I do get 1 extra attack. Only 1. I don't get 3 like that first time I fought with you guys. So that guy that took the thorn damage, he's going to get another arrow coming his way. Let's see if it lands. It's a 19 to land.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. Jesus, freaking 5 damage. Garbage. And that'll be 5 damage on the roll. Oh, wait, just kidding. I have that feat, don't I, on this guy? Let me double check.
Don't forget to your breath.
Yes, I can reroll damage with my piercer feat. So I'm going to re-roll that damage die, if that's okay.
Well, I mean, that's how it works.
It sure does. I keep forgetting I have that. I've rolled so many ones on my damage die. Well, there it is. All right, well.
That's okay.
Did you roll
5
a 1?
damage.
Yeah, I roll once
Okay.
so often on my damage, it's crazy.
The roll really said, you're going to take this 5 and you're going to like it.
So that's a bonus action, and I'm not sure where it really makes sense for movement-wise, so I guess I'll stay where I'm at. And that's the turn. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being patient with me.
These Darrow are gonna make some attacks. One of them's gonna the one that's pretty hurt
now
close enough
for me to hit.
For you, these are the 2 that are surrounding Krez.
Okay, heard. I was just making sure that it wasn't the ones headed my way.
Right. One of them's gonna make an attack on Krez to try and pull him down. 9's gonna miss. The other one's gonna also attempt. It's gonna roll a 13.
Miss.
Yeah, so they both waste their time trying to pull you down, but you seem to be quite outmatching them. Simon's gonna do some stuff. I bet you can guess what he's gonna do.
Let me know before the round ends, Dion. Because I'm going to use my
in the rain.
Before the round ends. If that's okay.
Okay, I can do that. So he's gonna pop around the gate, go, oh shit, crossbow bolt.
We love him.
And is actually gonna hit one of the Darrow.
Nice! Good job.
For 8 damage. I'll say that he shot at the one that Naurion affected already. And he's just gonna finish that guy off. So now there is the Darrow surrounding Krez, trying to pull him to the ground, and the 4 marching towards you on the horizon.
All right. I would like to use my bonus action before we get too much further and cast Shield of Faith on Krez, because it's just habit at this point.
Okay, I'll say that your held action was to do that just in case something got worse.
Okay.
And then the other Darrow are just going to make their turns moving towards you. They're going to move 30 feet, so now they're about 70 feet away.
Oh Lord.
Some that were closer.
Yeah, those two had already taken their turns. They're just engaging Krez right now, trying to wrestle him to the ground.
The other two
So are
died
they
to
like
Nalion.
right behind me?
They're like 10 feet behind you.
All right. Let me know when it's my turn.
Absolutely. Darga, it's your turn.
Well, when he did that mantle of inspiration on me, I kind of wanted to use my reaction for that movement it gives me for the last round. That's what I was trying to get to before the last round ended.
You wanted to use your reaction to move?
Possibly, but I wanted. Remember when you said the guy disappeared into like an alleyway?
Yeah.
The one that you were chasing. How far away is he from all the other Deros?
So the pack of them that are approaching you, they're about 70 feet away. This building in question would be right behind them at the 100-foot mark.
And that's where the Dero disappeared.
Yep, he just dipped off into some weird alleyways.
All right, I'm gonna say stay on that then.
You can give me a perception check to see if you can spot him.
Well, if he's behind the three coming, we have to get through the three coming anyway, correct?
True, very true.
Yeah.
I was just giving you the illusion. I was just giving you the choice.
The illusion.
Is that going to take my
The illusion of choice.
The illusion of choice. It's always the illusion.
I would like to remind that my ability does give you movement without provoking opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I still have to get. They're way far away. My movement's only 30. They're 70 feet away. It's not going to really help.
Well, hold on. It counts as a reaction, doesn't it?
So it's not yet. Like as soon as we'll be able to use it, it's just not yet.
I was just thinking, if you dashed and then used the additional reaction speed, wouldn't that be like 90 feet?
Yeah, but then I'd also be cornered in there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take out the three first. Okay. And then we can go find the other guy.
Darga's one of our ranged fighters.
Yeah, there's 70 feet. I'll go ahead and for my bonus action, I'll hex one of them and then go ahead and try to blast them with my force bolts. Eldritch Blast. Just force, right? Yeah, there's force. Casting a spell, carving a few runes in the air, throwing the bolt through the air between the distance between us. Oof, natural 20.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How do you do 20s again?
It's a spell attack. I don't think by the book it rolls it as quote unquote crit damage, but it's a nat 20. That's crit.
Well, it's just times 2 anyway because it's just 1d10, and then I got to roll a d6 for the hex. So it is 20 hit points.
Dang. Ouch. You take aim, and are you shooting at one of the ones in the distance or one of the ones surrounding Krez?
How many are surrounding Krez?
2.
There's 2.
Krez has got this.
Krez is having fun.
I'll do one in the distance. And
okay.
Well, now, I'll do one in the distance. That's fine. It also knocks him back 10 feet.
Okay, so you take a shot at him, and it is so forceful that he loses an arm in this process. But unfortunately, that won't really bother him in life as much because he's now dead.
Nice.
As he flies back from the group.
That's everything from me. I'm just gonna move around with my movement so I could flank one of the ones fighting. Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll shoot the ones that are coming. Never mind, I'm fine.
All right. Did you want to try and move anywhere or do anything?
You don't have a map up. No, I'm fine.
No, I don't have a map today. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, this was unexpected, so.
I don't want to move any closer. I'll just wait for them to come. You said I'm 70 feet away from the ones that are moving here?
Right.
All right, so I'll move. I'll go ahead and move. And how many? That leaves 3 left in the distance?
Correct.
All right, I'll just wait. I'm fine.
All right.
I'm good.
Krez, you are up.
Wonderful. So I'm gonna swing at the same fucker I hit last time, but didn't.
Fuck him up, Buttercup.
It'll be 13 to hit.
That hits.
That's gonna be a
These
whopping
guys
8
have
damage.
horrible AC. Okay, so you cut that one down. He was already pretty fucked up. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that'll be it. I'll look at the other guy and be like, your turn.
Yeah, he looks at you with a look of fear. Cass, you're up.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. On the one that's looking at Krez, I'm going to cast the spell Enthrall. We have a distracting string of words. Basically, he has to pass a 14 Wisdom save or be charmed.
Very Gambit spell.
Did you say Gambit?
Yeah, Remy LeBeau, when he first showed up, had that ability.
Whatever happened to him? Never seen
So,
All right, so DC 14, you said?
yes.
Okay, so he's going to roll a 16 on that save.
Okay. Darn.
So you cast that spell at him, and you weave these words,
Sing a song.
and he just kind of shakes his head like, no, that's not what's happening.
Hmm.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I can actually. Oh, yes, there is. This time I'll actually use a bardic inspiration to actually inspire. One moment. Krez. Just to make sure that you hit.
Sweet. And you give him some inspiring words.
Well, Cass mostly casts his spells through singing, so basically, he just sings and you feel good. His song really hits you in the heart. That type of thing.
Chris doesn't have a heart.
Right?
That's messed up.
Dark is cursing his art under his breath.
That was
Oh,
funny, though.
jeez. Helena, it is now your turn then.
Sorry, I just had this moment. Like, have any of you seen the movie Empire Records? Where it's like
No.
rap. Okay, there's a scene where this little punk kid is like stolen a bunch of CDs, and they're like rap, metal, Whitney Houston. And I was like, that was literally Krez in this moment. Just like normally a rap metal guy, but got caught by the Whitney Houston. Okay, so there's one behind us, or 3 in front of us still.
There's 3 on their way to you guys. They're 70 feet away. And there's one behind you, yes.
All right. Well, she's going to turn around and just stab him. Because
That
Give him
one's
the old
mine.
stab.
I know. You'll be fine. She'll probably miss just for you. So that was...
Don't forget your blast.
So that's plus a D4 and plus a bardic inspiration. So
No, I changed that bardic inspiration to the THP.
Well, even if I get a 4, that's only a 12. That's not going to hit.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
So I will just be annoyed, look at Krez and be like, I don't want them.
Mine.
And then just stab him again. And be like, fine, it's yours.
Oh, dear God.
Krez is like, I called dibs.
You're damn right I did.
So she'll just sort of like annoyed huff and then just stand there and look at him like, well, get on with it.
Alrighty. Nalrion is up next.
Hey, what's up, guys and gals? Naurion, in his battle state, is going to look around, and one of the guys near Krez is down, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, Naurion's going to go over there and just help out with the fight a little bit. Naurion's going to walk over there and drop the bow where he was, and then walk over, and if he's close enough, at least poke one of them with a rapier. Let's see how that goes.
Poke.
Give him a little prick. Got it.
Naurion's sheet isn't loading. I love being the one that holds up combat. This is my favorite thing ever. Okay, there it is.
That's gonna hit.
nine damage to him.
Wonderful. You take a stab at this little guy, and he's looking pretty hurt from that. He looks back up at you, hand on the blade, and he's still smiling, which is very intimidating or off-putting.
Naurion doesn't love that, so I don't know how far away that was, but he's gonna move back to his bow. He wants to have his bow for safety.
Okay.
So that'll probably do an attack of opportunity if needed.
Actually, with the ability that Cass used, with this 30, you could use this 30-foot reaction movement to do it and not get an opportunity attack.
Sure, I'll do that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Move back to the bow, stand it over the bow with the rapier in hand, and that'll be the end of the turn.
Okay. Wonderful. Darrow, that has just been ganged up on, he's looking around at you guys, and he's still like smiling, laughing maniacally. He's gonna make an attack on Helena, and he is gonna miss completely. His hooked spear sticks in the ground. Simon gonna shoot off a bolt, and he is going to roll 21. Good hit. For 4 damage. Shooting it off into the distance and hitting, or landing a good shot on him.
Where's
A
that
Darrow
spiritual
enemy.
weapon, Simon?
Ah,
And then, yeah, he casts Spiritual Weapon.
phew.
19 for 11? Jesus. Yeah, so he casts it right next to the one that's already engaged with you guys, and then deals enough damage to take it down. As a hammer comes out from behind it and just wallops it right on the head.
Love to see it.
That one was mine.
You're too slow.
Speaking of slow, the other
they
3
hearing this?
remaining Darrow, they're 40 feet away.
God damn it.
They're now looking at you all like, we're gonna feast on your bone. Oh shit, that's a lot of dead people. Darga, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna move my hex spell to another one of them, and just do the same thing with the Eldritch Blast. I think I just rolled twice. I keep rolling 20s.
Nice. How dare
I'm gonna
you?
First, wait.
Oh no!
20s in a row?
Oh no, you're rolling really well. Darn.
Hold on.
Oh no!
There must be something wrong. I keep
No,
rolling
there's nothing
20s.
wrong.
Wait, let me test
Sometimes
it
you
out.
just have
No.
You're feeling
If it's a
inspired.
good thing, I want to know. Okay, I just rolled 2 20s in a row. The second one was a waste, but ooh. Gonna argue. Don't lift a gift force in the mouth. So it's 18 plus 1d6 times 2. Oh my gosh. So that's 26. Jeez.
My
Talk
God.
about overkill.
Excellent. It's like I'm just picking them off one by one, like, woo, and then they get a shooting 10 feet.
So yeah,
Fourth blast.
that is definitely more than enough to kill one of these Darrow outright, blast it back. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How many are left?
There's only 2 now, and they're questioning their life choices.
I'm gonna go to they're 40 feet away.
Yes.
I'm gonna move forward, but I'm gonna stay 40 feet away from them, but try to move forward so that I can try to get past them. If that's possible. I don't have a map, but I want to stay 40 feet away from them, but move forward into to the right.
So you want to
Circle around.
You want to try and circle around.
Yeah, start circling around.
Okay, I could. You have enough space that you could do that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
That's what I'll do with my movement. That's it. Then I'm done. I'm
Cool.
still concentrating on that hex spell.
Krez Draven, you are up.
So I have to ask this question. If I move and use my bonus action movement, I can close the distance?
Yeah, your movement speed is 30. So your initial movement would put you 10 feet away. And if you use your bonus action do you want to use like your action to dash and get up to them, or use the font of inspiration reaction movement?
That one. I don't want to dash, I still want my action.
Right, yeah, you could totally do that.
Wonderful. So I'm going to get up to one of the 2. And I'm immediately going to be like, this one's mine! And swing at his head.
Okay.
Reckless.
I'm so amused at all of us all the time. I'm sorry.
23 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And that is going to be 14 points of damage.
And it is enough. You have a greatsword, right?
Yes.
How do you finish this guy off?
Oh, I'm cleaving his head off.
Yeah, you cut his head right off. You call out, "This one's mine!" and you cut his head clean off in one swing.
I'm gonna get that on a shirt.
Nice.
So there's one left.
There's now one left, and it is now the bard's turn. Cass.
Oh no.
Helena,
There's
can I use a
only one
free
left.
action to yell, catch him? Don't
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
kill.
that was my thought. I would actually like to roll and persuade him to surrender.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Alrighty then.
When you were initially chasing got away, though, remember?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That would be a 22.
22 is
He
a pretty good check.
He steps up and says, "Look, we've clearly outmatched you. There's no reason for you to die too. Please stand down."
He's gonna look at you and say, "You're not gonna kill me? You work with the guard."
I don't work with the guard. I just followed these people. Please stand down. We can end this peacefully. At least as peacefully as this much viscera can get us.
Just let me go. I'll do whatever you say.
Here, tell us where that Darrow that we were chasing ran to.
He looks back, looks at you, says, which one? There's lots of them here.
He did see where the first one ran, right?
He might have saw him run by, but he didn't really pay any attention to it. He's
Anyone,
like, if you're talking. Sorry, go ahead.
He's basically asking if anybody else can offer more information to help track down who we're looking for.
Well, who is it that you're looking for? Describe this person to me.
He describes that it's a Darrow that was wearing a scrappy coat that was made to look quite fancy, and he was stealing things in the market.
He thinks for a second, and he's like, "You must mean Droki."
Droki.
We all talk to him at this point, or is it just like...
Yeah, you guys are... he has yielded himself. He's talking to Cass. You guys are out of initiative now. You guys are free to speak and do what you need.
Wow.
Do you have a leader?
No, we just kind of we live here in this district because fuck the guards. These people suck. Like, they shouldn't just hold the whole town to themselves because they're Dwarger. Like, it should be a free town. Like, I don't understand why they do this way. It's kind of rude, if you ask me.
Cass,
How many of you are there before you kill Chris? Hold on just 1 second. How many of you are there?
In this district?
Yes.
I mean, last time I checked, he counts the ones that you killed, and then he does some math in his head. It takes him a lot longer. He starts to draw in the sand, and he says, I think there's like 100 of us living here.
Chris, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
I'm gonna start removing the heads of the other ones and collecting them.
Helena will just
Okay.
walk over to him and lay a hand on his arm. Be like, I don't think that will be necessary. Just a smaller token. Heads very large, very difficult to carry around. Smaller token.
With the lady back at the place.
I know. Smaller
Evidence.
token proving.
But
One
the
head.
head.
One head, other small token.
Cass will kneel next to the Darrow. Does money have any value here? I feel like you'd know that by now.
Money, as
Gold.
in
Gold?
I mean, everybody likes gold.
He will. He will offer him 5 pieces of gold, and tell him to have a nice meal and be on your way. What?
Sorry, Helena will just grab the Darrow by the back of his shirt and be like, nope, not quite yet. Sorry, not quite done with you.
Oh, I apologize.
No, it's okay. You're very kind. You're a very kind person, and I appreciate that about you. It's very nice to meet you. I don't know your name. I am Helena.
Cassin, but you can call me Cass.
Hello.
You're very deadly with that weapon.
It is my job. So what we are trying to find out, and she's just sort of like quietly looks at the Darrow that's been talking with Cass, and it's like, have you all been a part of raiding parties out on the trails leading up to the surface?
I know that there are some that have been doing this.
Do you know specifically who has been doing this? And she just sort of like hunkers down to get to eye level with this Darrow.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. Look that up.
And just over Elena's shoulder, Nalrain standing with his bow clearly in view. It's kind of like...
This is one of those. She just sort of tilts her head. Make good choices.
I could get it out of him magically if we need to.
So, he thinks for a second and says, well, Droki, I know, has been working with some of the other ambitious Darrow. They do make trips to the surface sometimes, but never once did I think that they were robbing people. If I knew that, I definitely would have joined in with them. I'm broke as shit.
That was funny.
Do you have some way of staying away from the invisible people that are stabbing people?
He starts laughing like really hard. He says, "You've never been to the West Cleft District, have you?"
Yeah.
Do I look like I'm familiar with the West Cleft District?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know you.
She literally stumbles over saying it with like the dwarvish in her mouth. It's just not like...
He turns around and he points over to the left side of this whole establishment. It's kind of like a walled establishment of district, and like he said, any minute now it should be happening. They try at least every day, and
Helena will turn and watch.
you witness like all of a sudden some dust kind of kick up on the ground in that part of the town, and all of a sudden a large alarm goes off, kind of like your alarm spell.
Okay.
And at least 6 or 7 Darrow just pop out of a building near there and start stabbing the crap out of something. And the invisibility on this Dorger guard has dropped, and he's now on the ground dead. The Darrow cheer in their delightful kill, and they go back inside, and he says, yeah, they have some kind of protection magic put on this place. They have this whole district cut off from the guard. That's why we attacked you, because we assumed you were the guard.
Well, I'm not,
Interesting.
but I can't speak for everyone.
So this is a safe place to hide.
For Darrow, yeah.
Interesting.
But if you are in pursuit of this Droki, you'd probably find him a little further on in the Golborn's lair.
And how much money would it take for you to not care?
Or take us to the lair.
Well, I mean, it's not really a lair. He pointed to a small cave, but you look inside, and it's like an establishment that's been built in the cave, and it looks like an inn.
Interesting.
I might be able to help us out here.
And Helena sort of pats him on the shoulder and says, I'm sorry we murdered your friends. It wasn't personal, but
I
you shouldn't
took it
have laughed at
personal.
us. He says, waving heads around.
Now Rihanna's gonna move over to Krez and kind of whisper in his ear. Do you think we should let him go, or do you think we should put a weapon in his back?
I mean, I'd put a weapon in his back. They attacked us, and all of a sudden he wants mercy after he tried to kill us. Fuck him.
But he gave us all of that information. He did stand down.
Correct. I believe that you had something to do with that, if I am not mistaken.
But still, he did stand down.
Will he still be stand down when the spell is finished?
I didn't cast a spell. I just asked
Elena?
Yes.
Do you think this is the way to the reward, like going to this cave? Do you think this is we're on the right track?
I think it's a way to get the person who is in charge of the bandits that have been raiding. However, I don't know whether this is if we want to be with the merchant guild, who is not very nice people, or to hang out with these oppressed people who can get to the surface and back unseen by the oppressors.
Maybe
After we take the little mushroom.
Maybe we
I'm
can
just
help.
saying, there's always multiple ways that shades of gray.
But you're
I
not
had
allowed
no
to
idea
bring
about
gray.
this. I had no idea about this district. If I did, I would have been here trying to help. I need help.
So we're not going to be going for the gold anymore.
I mean,
I thought you wanted new armor. That's all.
new armor is fine. It's just, I'd rather get to the surface.
Okay.
So,
The only
Hey,
promise
guys.
that I have made is to get the mushroom back to his home. That is it.
What was the name that the guy gave us?
Droki.
Droki, and he gave us a way to go find Droki, right? The Droki's lair.
He said that he frequents this this tavern in town, at least in this part of the district, that you might be able to find more information on him there if he's not there already.
We've already come this far chasing this guy. We may as well see it through.
I was just interested in the gold, to tell you the truth.
So,
Then let us go find this person. And if he is a good person, we help. If he's a bad person, we get gold. Both ways we win.
I agree.
so you guys will each gain 100 XP for that encounter.
before we let that guy go, if you don't mind, while Elena's still holding him, and I think now Rihanna will look over at him real menacingly and look at him real concerned and say, "And you know if there's any good mushrooms down here I can pick?"
Good mushrooms? I mean, I have some on me.
Well, give me all you
want
got.
them?
Yes.
He pulls from his pack a bunch of ground mushroom dust. He says, "This is barrel stock mushroom. You can make this into a nice bread."
Lovely. Do I have that already? I sure don't. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we got that. So you guys are heading off to this tavern.
I just want to take a moment and make sure that we are all okay with this, because if not, then we can go. I can be dissuaded.
I need a bag for these heads. Anybody got a bag?
I have a chest if you would like to use it.
That's big enough to
Just
hold
use
7
just use your
heads?
shirt. You're fine. Just use your shirt. They're small heads.
But I don't have a
Fred,
shirt.
why are you carrying around heads?
Because the lady back in town wanted these heads.
That's disturbing. My goodness.
You should probably not bring the heads into the bar.
If you had gotten the thighs, we could have at least eaten them.
The thighs are still over there. We can still cut them.
So are we heading into this inn?
Work jerky.
I'm just going to make one more try to have Krez leave the heads someplace we can pick them up on the way out.
Yeah, I think at least keep them out of sight.
Fine.
I know you're very proud. I know you worked very hard on these.
You know how long
They
it
will
took me to
still be
cut
here
through
when you
these
get back.
heads? Took me some time.
5 minutes tops. You're very strong.
But it felt like
Sort of
9
passive.
hours, okay? It felt like 9 hours.
We'll come back
ADHD
to the
problems.
heads. We promise.
I killed 2 of them, Elena.
I know you did very well. I just didn't think you needed constant reassurance like our barbarian friend.
Joke.
The one day you leave the bag of holding at home.
If we're going into the inn, what do we see?
Okay, so you guys step into the inn. And you see there is a bunch of surface dwellers or surface dwelling races like dwarves and humans and some high elves. There are some Darrow in this establishment. Mostly everyone's just kind of drinking, minding their own business. Its walls are cave walls, so it's cold and damp in this place. There's one
Helena,
chamber in the
before they
middle.
enter, is going to take the badge off and put it in her pocket.
Okay. So yeah, like there's one big central dining room chamber, and then branching off from that, there's some hallways to other rooms that are excavated out. It's cramped, it's dark, it's uncomfortable, but it's at least a little bit safer than being outside.
Who is the bartender?
There is a Darrow bartender. He is standing on the bar polishing a glass.
Okay. I'd like to approach him.
He looks at you and says, more surface dwellers. Wonderful. You guys pay well. What can I get ya?
Well, I'm currently in the market for some information, but I know that these things typically don't come for free. Instead of coin, I'd like to offer an opportunity to get more of your other customers' coin. Music always makes everybody more inclined to drink.
You want to play music in my bar?
Yes, in exchange, you'll get customers buying more drinks, and more importantly, what was I going to say? And so you can give me information that me and my new acquaintances need.
Well, I guess that could be worked out. Give me a perception check, or not perception, persuasion
You mean
check really
performance?
quick. First persuasion, just to see if you can like convince him to let you do this.
18.
Oh yeah, that's more than enough. He looks at you and says, "Okay, I mean that might bring up some business, might make the morale of things go a little bit better. Tell you what, if you give a good performance, I'll tell you anything you want to know,
Alrighty then.
to the best of my abilities."
Oh, I wish I could have advantage right now.
Hey, I can help you as well. I do have persuasion, so I could help you.
I need
Offer the help
performance.
action.
It's my highest spot, but at the same time, I don't want to fuck it up. But
I mean, I
I'll
have
give
a
it-
+4 to performance. I can offer the help action, but I'm not
Not
proficient.
performance. I have persuasion. Sorry.
if
No,
one
that's
of them,
pretty useless.
if one of them helps me, could I get advantage?
For persuasion,
No, performance.
I mean, if
She
they're
would not be
if they're,
helpful. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say if they're
Just
proficient
the
in
more I
it,
think
they
about it
can.
character-wise. Yeah.
Do you have performance, Helena?
Oh well, he got a 17.
No,
Okay, yeah,
I have perception is my
He'll sing.
That's
fine.
He'll sing a song, dance, cast lights. You know, just basically what he was doing before.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
I can use my minor illusion spell. I'm not gonna do it though. They're gonna know I'm casting a spell. I'll do it next time. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, one moment. I've got just the song for this exact thing. And pow. There we go. He'll dance and sing and play his lute, and this song will be playing.
David
Okay.
Bowie.
Are you just dropping the songs in the chat?
I drop it in the chat so that way in case anybody wants to get an idea of what he's singing.
Oh my heart, Darga.
Oh, which
You've actually piqued my interest a lot because I just watched Wizards last night.
Is that Bowie or what's Wizard? Oh, with that.
Oh goodness.
That's not
Yes.
Wizard. That's heavy. That's the heavy metal cartoon.
Oh,
You've
but the
seen heavy
cartoon.
metal, right?
I was talking about the one with the orange beard. That's actually a movie from the '80s called Wizards, and it's one of my favorite movies.
I think that's from the heavy metal cartoon, though.
There you go. I tagged
It
you
could
him,
be.
so you can see the song.
You got to watch
Thank
heavy
you.
metal if you haven't seen heavy metal. That's an old
heavy
classic.
metal is kind of amazing. Yeah, it is a classic.
Have you guys ever heard hurdy-gurdy heavy metal?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I love the hurdy-gurdy heavy metal.
Okay. So you sing this song. Everybody's kind of entranced. They kind of clap along with you. You do reasonably well at this performance.
And of course, more people buy drinks. Right?
Yes, people are buying drinks. They're having fun. Some are dancing. The barkeep looks relatively pleased. You don't gain any money from the patrons, but after your performance, the bartender approaches you and says, "You just made me a bunch of money, lad. Here's 10% off the top," and he gives you 100 gold pieces.
Oh my, that's incredibly generous.
Oh,
Although
jeez, what the heck?
I will say, we're really here looking for information on one of the Darrows that we were. Well, would any of you like to take over? Hello.
Did he freeze up again?
I don't know.
Sometimes he freezes.
Basically, he's passing it off. So if anybody else wants to explain that has more knowledge, then they can. Which is,
Helen has just been looking for Droki since they got in the door.
we are.
You can give me a perception check to see if you can see him in there.
We don't know what he looks like.
Well, I rolled a 1, so I'm very distracted by all of the other stuff in the song that's happening. So
You're distracted by Naurian's roll of 3 on his dance he's doing with his new buddies.
she is very distracted by that. She's like,
yeah. You guys look over at Naurian, who is just dancing to this, but it's very off rhythm.
have you seen what's his name from the Dimension 20, the Fantasy High, where like anyway, sorry, that's a whole other story. But that's just what I was picturing, like some like floofy rave dance.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Everyone knows
like
her father's a loon. He was in here the other night, raving. If you know, you know.
I do not.
Hold on. Well, now you're making me bring this up.
Good.
But
so
yeah, she was looking for him, but she doesn't see him.
So Cass tells the bartender we're looking for a Dara named Brokey. Drokey.
She corrects like offhandedly.
Yes, Drokey. Apologies.
Looks like his exploits are coming after him now. Drokey, yeah, I know him. He has lately been in a band of exploitative Darrow that are kind of just in it for the money. They've been stealing from caravans going to the surface on the common path.
But that is not normal for all Darrow. That is just this particular Darrow and his band.
No, we're not really. He's been working for somebody. The Grey Wardens.
The Grey
Wardens.
What is this?
Why does that sound familiar?
Dragon Age.
Yes.
I love Dragon Age, but that's a fourth wall break.
Would Helena have heard of the Grey Wardens?
Give me a history check at disadvantage.
May I also roll a history check?
Yes, but do it at disadvantage.
How do I do that?
If you
sorry.
Right.
It's under your skills. It's under your skills if you're using D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Under your skills.
If you right-click that button, it'll show you a couple of different options.
I'm on my phone.
So if you long press on it, then
here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
You found it.
Shoot.
Yeah, I got a 3. Helena didn't spend much time with the book. She is a woman of action.
Darga's from the Underdark, so I'm going to take that role just because I think it might be something that he could have known about, possibly, maybe.
Okay, so I'll grant it since with your backstory, you did grow up in the Underdark. You may or may not have heard like some exploits of something at some point. So do this one just a normal history check.
I missed it anyway. Sorry.
It's all good. So you guys aren't really familiar. He looks at you guys, notices that you're kind of confused, and says, "You guys don't really know who they are, do you?"
Why don't you inform us?
I'm more than happy to do so. Give me just 1 second.
At this time, now Rayon comes back over, and
Helena hands him the water flask at her hip. You seem a little peaked.
Oh, thank you so much. And you, music man. What was your name? I'm Naurion, by the way.
Me?
Yes, you're the one who played the music. No.
Well, my name is Kassim Mayori, but my friends, which I'm hoping you all might be, my friends call me Cass. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, hello. Now Rayon. Thank you. Okay, see you soon, Cass.
Nice to meet you.
We'll bow low.
I just feel like it was probably good for us to actually get introduced
He
properly.
also would compliment
good
him on his wonderful dancing.
Oh, thank you. Only thanks to your beautiful music, of course.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
All right. Go and continue, DM. Thank you for letting us have that.
No problem. It gave me a chance to read up. And I misspoke. They are not the Grey Wardens. They are the Grey Ghosts.
Even more fun.
Well, I suppose that sounds better than the Grey War.
GG.
So, this guy, he kind of looks back to you and says, yeah, the Grey Ghosts are a very enigmatic group. They kind of work in the shadow with their own objectives through the town of Gracklestug. They're not exactly open and talked about. It's mostly just like random encounters with them. Usually it doesn't go well.
You aren't
The only
putting
reason
yourself at risk to tell us about this, are you?
No. I pose no threat exposing their existence to you.
Fair enough.
But if you're looking for Droki, he's been known to have been hanging out about in some tunnels near here. The Whorlstone Tunnels is a place of great interest to him recently. You might find him there.
And he is a member of these Grey Ghosts.
He is associated with them, yes.
Guys,
Well,
I've been failing you. I didn't write this down.
let's say I've already followed you all this much. I may as well see you through to the end of this. Especially if it means you guys will take me to the surface.
I've never been to the surface before. I look forward to seeing it.
It's beautiful. At least in most places.
Sorry, would you mind running through the Grey Ghost stuff again for me one more time? I had like a straight up like ADHD moment where I just did not hear anything.
Essentially, the Grey Ghosts are like a shadow group that operates in the town very indirectly, kind of working for their own interests.
Is it a Darrow group?
It is a Darrow group.
And this is these are the people who've been raiding the caravans.
We don't know for certain, but I think it's a good lead.
He explains to you, he says that the Grey Ghosts are the only true thieves guild in Gracklestug and in the Deep Kingdom. Its members are Durgar and Darrow outcasts, plus the odd escaped slave. The Keepers of the Flame, which is another group, another religious group in Gracklestug. They caught and executed the Grey Ghost's previous leader, who stole their red dragon egg, but never revealed its whereabouts. Relentless Vendetta forced the thieves into hiding and restricting their activities, but they persevere thanks to their 3 renegade Darrow servants, who are apparently their current leaders, Uskville and the twin sisters, Alinka and Zubriska.
Uxville, Alinka, and Sabriska.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I'll type those names in the chat.
Funny. This is not exactly how I saw my day going at all.
Well,
Exciting.
they're paying us like 200 gold apiece to hunt down the smugglers who have been thieving the thieves.
Fascinating.
So this is probably the group, and they were Darrow we were looking for.
I've always wanted to find it. I've always wanted to be on an adventure like this. This is quite exciting for me.
What have you been doing your whole
So
life?
these this
Alright.
person, this Droki, is a part of the only thieves guild in this area.
Correct.
Don't know.
That's kind of dark, considering it's in this city, and they're all a bunch of thieves anyway.
Yeah.
Correct, with all murderers and thieves.
Corruption is deep in the city of Blades.
Goodness.
That's the city motto. It's like printed on the entrance.
There's like a regal crap, what do you
It's in,
call it?
like just a monolith, with like a anyway.
A crest. That's what it is.
The crest.
What do you all want to do? Do you want to go infiltrate this hideout then?
I just want to find Droki. I'm very mad that he skedaddled under.
That seems like what we're. If we find Droki, it seems like we'll find this hideout.
Yeah, and these three leaders we're going to get roped into having to deal with these leaders. Maybe.
I feel like if we are careful, I don't know if I want to go directly into the den of the pit or like the Viper's den, you know? This is a thieves guild. I don't like people who deal mostly in the shadows like that. I prefer to people to fight.
It does make me wonder though. Would there be any way for us to? What if we could potentially infiltrate and go under the cover of potentially interested members, overworlders?
I'm pretty sure they won't take in non-Dero and non-Duger. We're out. There's a caste system in this city, and we're pretty much outlanders here, and I doubt they would accept us.
That's a fair point.
They did say there was escaped slaves in their midst.
It is true.
Yeah, I guess we could try. I wish I still had.
I don't think our acting skills are quite that good.
Yeah, I'm not brave enough for politics. Truly.
Well, I might be able to assist us there. I have a bit of a history. I used to work as a court. Yeah, I worked in the courts and helped out my mistress. She was a dowager.
Were your courts in the Underdark, in the murderous city? Or were they up top?
You would be surprised at exactly how cutthroat a court can become.
That was a very graceful way of not answering my question.
I suppose it was at that. But if you need somebody to try and convince them, I can certainly give it a try.
Convince them of what exactly?
That I'm interested in helping them expand their operations so I can get access to information.
Or, hear me out, we could just kill them all.
It's no stronger pen than the sword, they say.
An entire guild there.
That's where I'm sort of like having a moment. Like, we can have battles and we can lead armies, but as much as I appreciate all of your prowess, we are not an army, and I don't think we are quite prepared to take on an entire guild.
But the lady, she's got
I
guards.
understand.
She can send guards to help us take this guild out.
Do you think we could track this Droki person? Just him. Like, he's all I want. Just the one person to take to her, and then leave them at that, and then go take the mushroom where he belongs.
He must go home at some point, right?
This is true. Wait, actually, hold on. Who is this mushroom? And why must you take him to the surface?
So this mushroom, when you say that, he climbs off of Simon's shoulder, and he climbs up your leg and into your hands. And he looks sort of humanoid, but he like you see an opening on his face open up, and he kind of like points at it, and then he points at you.
Wait, is he just this cute
He
little
wants to spit in your mouth.
Is he what?
It's exactly what it sounded like. I promise you.
I will say this, Cass has probably got his mouth wide open and aghast, like, look at how cute.
And when you do that, he spits in your mouth. And you get this mushroomy, nasty taste in the back of your mouth, but all of a sudden you start to understand something from him. He says, "Hello, I'm Stool."
Hello, Stool. Why did you do that?
Because I have to talk to you this way.
Well, that's a out of character real quick. Cass is absolutely enamored with anything that is very small and very cute. So
Oh, and he's adorable.
Then he will love Stool very much. And he will be able to tell just from the way that Cass looks at him.
He's gonna look at you and say, "Are you gonna help take me home too?"
I'd say if I'm allowed, I'd love to help take you home, little one.
Woo! He's like excited. He's got like a little kid's persona right now.
Adorable.
What do we have to do exactly to get that money? Just find the smugglers?
Huh?
What do you all remember when we talked to the lady? What we had to do to achieve this objective with the smugglers?
I thought it was just find them. I don't think it was take them out. I don't know. There might have been something about
Essentially, it was just identify them.
Well,
proof would probably be required. Burden of proof is probably on us.
I don't think that's
We have
actually
the
very
heads.
necessary in this town, considering. But yes, we do have a bag of heads, thanks to our very resourceful and knife-happy Chris.
So we just bring back the heads of a bunch of impoverished people and say, "These are your guys," and they believe us?
Dude, some, not all. And we give them the name of Loki.
Yeah, maybe we should go talk to her and see if she has any more information about it, and let her know about.
Okay,
because I'm looking at the and see what she knows. Go back to her, see if she has any more information about the location we just uncovered. Because maybe that's enough. That's all she wants is that information. You want to go talk to her again?
No, I think that's a good idea, just to get recentered and yeah.
I think somebody slightly nicer than me should do the talking this time. I got a little angry, I'm not going to lie. Found it very insulting.
Elena, can I have your shirt again?
She sighs. Why do you need my shirt this time?
Bag of heads.
Oh, bag of heads.
Bag
Why
of
don't we
heads.
just buy you a bag? Excuse me, barkeep, do you have an old sack or a crate or something like that that you are no longer using that you'd be willing to part with for 1 gold piece?
He's gonna look at you for a second, kind of curious, and say, "I mean, I have a barrel."
Something slightly smaller, like a crate or like a sack that maybe had some sorts of root vegetable, like potato sack, something like that.
You might be able to carry a barrel.
I got a sack. Hold on a second. And he starts digging under the bar. Says, "Yeah, here you go." And it's already bloody.
She'll take it.
I suppose we won't ask questions if you don't.
I think that's for the best. So she hands him the gold because she said she would give him a gold, and hands the bag to Chris. Slightly more for the purpose that you need. Yes.
But it's not as fancy as your shirt.
And he thanks him.
My shirt is my
He thanks
chainmail.
him for the information and the gold, and the opportunity to perform for them.
And as this guy, he hands you the bag. He says, "If there's anything else, I'll be off." And he pulls another sack out, hops in it in midair, and then just falls behind the bar.
Oh, is that a sack of holding? Now she wants it. Son of a biscuit.
You can go check if you'd like.
I could roll Arcana to check if you like.
Well,
You
this
could
is
do
going on,
either
I'm gonna go
or.
out with the bag and collect the heads.
She's gonna pick up the bag and turn it upside down.
You turn it upside down, and he falls out. He's like, "Oh man, I was playing hide and seek."
Found you.
It
What
takes
the heck?
How much for this bag?
I mean, it's just a regular old bag.
Is it
You
a
can just
regular
have-
old bag?
Give me an Arcana check.
I did 16.
16. It is not a magic bag. It is just a regular old burlap sack.
That he's just
Right.
small enough to fit in?
Yes.
Helena, I'm sorry to tell you this, but this bag is not magical, other than what this barkeep was able to do with it.
She sighs and gives him his bag back.
Thanks. And he puts it over his head.
Weirdo.
Well, I think everything has a little bit of magic in it, I guess.
That's a good way to look at it.
So, as of right now, you guys are, well, Krez is collecting heads, but you guys are going to go back to Yilsa and explain to her the situation, see if that's
Yeah.
enough information for them.
I do want to kind of take a peek down the alley that Droki disappeared down and see if there's anything there that I could see. Just because she's like a dog with a bone. So,
Okay.
would that be insight, perception? What do you want?
Investigation.
Investigation? I don't know.
So what is it you're trying to do?
I want to look down the alley that he disappeared down and see if, like, either A, he left a trail, B, there's like scuff marks, I think anything she could follow, anything like obviously like where he could have gone.
So you like want to go to the scene of the crime and look for clues?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
All right,
so yeah,
let's roll out.
You go to this aisle or this alleyway. I couldn't think of the word for a second, and give me an investigation check.
Just 16.
16. So you have seen people do some magic in the past, like maybe some high level clerics or mages. It's you identify this you identify a little circle in the middle of where all these buildings kind of make a four-way crossing, and it's like a swirl mark in the sand, to which you can identify as the remnants of somebody teleporting.
Oh my.
So it's not a teleportation circle, it's just somebody who's teleported.
Yeah, it's like a if it was a teleportation circle, it would be like a spent one, like one that's already been used up.
She makes a note of that. That's probably slightly more than a poor boy could use. Bigger stuff here. I have a feeling there's a dragon's egg wandering around somewhere.
So I'm not familiar with teleport and D&D. I only know about it from Harry Potter. Can you track teleport spells?
I think in like 4th edition there was a scry spell where you could, or maybe 3rd, but
Scry requires us to have like an object from the person.
correct. But other than that, this is kind of like a dead end.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So she'll sort of like bend down and like pick up a pebble or a stone from the area and put it in her pocket. She's worked with high level clerics before enough to recognize teleportation circles. She would know that you also need something from where you're going to get back there.
So with the portal observed and heads bagged, shall we head back to this lady?
Yes.
So you head back to Blade Bazaar, where the merchants are doing their normal things, arguing with people trying to sell, popping in and out of invisibility, yelling to you about their good prices, and that how you should just go and die if you don't buy their stuff. You know, just normal madness merchant stuff. And you go back to Yilsa's office door, give a knock. She opens the door and lets you all in. Kind of looking over Cass as you all enter and says, "Whoa, wait a minute! Aren't you the bard from the bazaar? Like, what are you doing with these guys?"
Well, it was a long story, but thanks to all of our efforts, we have a lead on what is it again? Droki?
Pretty sure
We
it
have
was
a lead
Loki.
on your caravan problem. It's his name was,
Oh,
let's not give away the information before we get the money thing.
That's a good point.
so you have information for me on this issue. Please tell me what you can
Wait.
tell me.
I pull out the
Before
sack
we
of
begin-
heads.
Before we begin, I want to know how much money is on offer here.
She still has all of the stuff on the table, and she says, "I will give all of this to you if you can give me satisfactory information."
What do you consider satisfactory information?
I need to find out how they are getting to the surface, and how they are getting this, how they are intercepting these caravans.
So
Do
it's
you
the
want to
Thieves
reveal-
Guild. They're doing it.
Thieves Guild, the Grey Ghosts, like, they're directly doing this?
Yes. At least that's what we've been led to believe.
Here's some heads that we took from one of the guys that was running, and these guys came to help him.
Oh, this is a... Why would you bring me a bag of heads?
Proof. As the blood's just dripping on her floor from the bag. And I'm just
Yeah,
kind of like
this is-
shaking the bag.
Why are
you pay
Prez
per
is like
head?
a cat, isn't he? He's like a cat who brings the owner a dead bird.
Yes.
You pay
proud
per
of you.
head, right?
I... Yilsa's just like very scared. Like, why would they bring me a bag? They could have just told me the information.
Do I
I would've
turn it into
believed
the
them.
guards? Wait, do I turn it? Here, do you want this?
I don't-
And I just
I don't-
stick it in one of the other guards' face. Like, take the bag. Take the
I
bag.
think you should just keep that.
Oh, I'll keep the
Prez,
bag.
do
And I
you-
turn the bag upside down and dump the heads out and go. Well,
Oh.
Oh, that was
Prez,
rude, Craig.
Stop! You're making this worse. Please.
Okay,
Helena is so amused.
so by what you've given me so far is that the gray ghosts are involved in this somehow.
And it seems like maybe. Helena, do you want to tell them what you found in the alley?
So, the last time we spoke, it was not quite as lucrative as I had been hoping. So, I will give you what you have paid for, which is basically that you have a thief problem in your city, which is linked to your caravan problem in your city. And they have a way of teleporting in and out of the city at will. If you want more information about this, I suggest you do a little bit of out of your seat and out of the box thinking and go to this area, if you dare. Bring your guards and speak to this person. She describes Droki to her. Says, you will probably be able to find him in about a week or so, pickpocketing people in the street.
Droki, huh? I always thought he was small time. Usually just...
well, I mean, he is a short guy.
Yes, but I mean, like, before he just kind of stuck to stealing, like, little bits of food from the stalls, never really cash, because he knew that the penalties wouldn't be that bad for him. But to do something like this is very bold. Now we know the who and the why, but we need to know where.
What about that tunnel place that dude mentioned?
Haven't you considered the idea that maybe these people are living in pure squalor? What are you guys doing to help them?
We have the location for the guild that we believe are responsible for the stealing. What was the name of the guild you are? The place, the location that we have?
The Grey
He had the bartender had referred to a tunnel system known as Whirlstone Tunnels. that
Oh,
Drogi has been frequenting.
Damn it. Yes. Drogi frequents the Whirlstone Tunnel, and we believe it's the. Didn't they say it was the stronghold of the Gray?
The Grey
He
Ghost.
said that it was like a operations post.
Yeah,
Like they operate out of there.
We know of one of their posts. So there we go. So it wouldn't be as dangerous to go check out this post. We wanted to go get more information. If it's just a post, we won't have to take on the whole guild.
I'll tell you what. You have a lot of this information for me. If you can figure out if this Whirlstone Tunnel has any connection to the surface world, or maybe this path system that leads to the surface world, I will consider our fulfillment fulfilled, or our agreement fulfilled.
But the heads.
Yes, the heads. Those are nice.
Random deer.
I actually, you seem to be one for trophies, my friend. I'll tell you what. I do have some information that you could use for these heads, and she gives you a small recipe. It's nothing magical or anything. It's just a recipe on how to make shrunken heads.
There's a lot of words on this thing that I don't understand.
I can help you with it.
As can I.
That's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
I was elected to
That
read,
sign won't
not to read.
stop me because I can't read.
So, may I speak to this woman?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I did say earlier that, these people live in squalor. They need assistance. They would probably be less inclined to attack and steal things if they had help.
No, that's not true.
They're crazy.
That's why they have their own district. We let them have the district just because they were kind of killing everyone there anyways. But then they put up that invisibility guard. So now they just kill anyone that is guards. We try to steer clear of it.
And she's a Duger herself, right? We're talking to a Duger, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, y'all want to go check out this place then? Or
Are you all okay with me continuing to follow along?
What's that?
Are you all okay with me continuing to follow along?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Been
Well,
most helpful.
then I'm happy to continue helping you.
This is probably going to be bloody and it won't always end nicely. Is that going to be a problem for you? You seem very kind.
You have a sword? You do have a sword, right?
I'd say I've lived and experienced things both dangerous and peaceful. While I prefer peace, I know that there is always a time for when blood must be shed. So if it must be done,
blood.
if it must be done, then I'd say then you may as well have someone with you that can help keep yours inside of you.
How do you feel about sacrifice?
What kind of sacrifice?
Just
Helena is actually looking at that too.
We gotta sacrifice as adventurers. All right, let's go.
Oh, you mean like giving up things as adventurers?
Of course, that's what I meant. Of course.
It's part and parcel. I'd say, quick question. I'm a bit of an amateur writer. I'm hoping to write down stories of adventures of heroes and such. Do you mind if I write down information about you as I learn?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I won't go into anything personal.
Mic off.
I don't care. I know nobody.
I can barely hear you.
I'm a nobody.
Gone.
Surely that's not true, and I don't believe you.
People
Ooh.
Darga, usually people aren't nobodies until they're written about. So, who
Then
knows?
say,
Who knows?
allow me to make you all somebodies.
Only if you greatly exaggerate all the good things I do. Thank you.
I will
Like
say
his
I will
height.
exaggerate. I will exaggerate to an appropriate degree.
And Darga, as this is all going on, the tiny basilisk in your pocket starts to stir.
Oh, Snake.
Heyo.
Okay. I've talked to him for a while, right?
Yeah,
This might have happened while you weren't in the chat yet. Now, Rion.
Yes, Naurion. At one point, Darga had come across what he had identified as a reptilian-like egg, to which he thought was a snake, but it turned out to be a small baby basilisk.
I thought it was a snake.
I thought,
Pretty sure we
I'm gonna
We
rule
decided
it as a snake.
wasn't.
I did talk to the tiny baby snake during our first encounter. I had to speak with animals, so we chatted a little bit.
Right.
But I thought it was a snake.
I think I think I'm gonna rule it as a snake just for flavor, because I've always seen a basilisk as a snake.
All right. I
They're
could
just
speak.
very magical beings.
Quick question:
So
How
what does
much
it look like then? Is it showing up?
session going to last?
There was
I'm
3
sorry,
people
what was
talking.
that?
What is it looking like? As it's
He's
Well, I didn't do that yet.
he's trying to wrestle himself out of your pocket
Yeah.
as of right now.
I'll let him out. I'll hold him in my hands, but I won't let him beyond my grip.
Okay, so yeah, you hold him in your hands.
I've already
he-
talked to him.
Drop the
It.
He looks at you and he kind of like has a worried look on his face, and his he gets just a little bit bigger, and his scales start to become white, and his mouth opens, and he kind of sheds his skin.
He's so cute.
And yeah, he just got a little bit bigger. He's now big enough to comfortably sit on your shoulder like a parrot.
All right. But am I able to communicate with it? With speak with animals though? If it.
Yeah. If you want to use your speak with animals with it, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I do that regularly. I'll pass it right now and see if he has anything to say to me.
He says, yes, I just finally a good shed. Your pocket was nice and it was warm, but it was very dark and I don't really care for it in there anymore.
You can stay out here. Just stay out of sight and climb into the backpack if there's trouble. You know how big your parents grew.
My parents. Don't really know anything about them.
No, you're fine. Just if there's trouble, get into my backpack. Play it safe.
Absolutely. Yes, Mother, I will do so.
Can we see this basilisk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's plain as day.
Can Cass fawn over him just a little bit? He loves him.
As long as you don't get bit.
I didn't.
He's
he
got
looks-
He's got the animal friendship spell.
I'll tell him not to bite anyone in the party. To make a roof.
Not even a little bit.
Unless they treat you roughly. No, we don't do that.
Aw, okay.
Cass could offer him a morsel of food.
I want to play games.
What
Alright,
are you
so-
offering him?
I'd say a piece of ration. The meat, which he never eats.
He looks at Darga and says, "That's yucky. Don't let him. Don't make him. Is he gonna make me eat that? I don't want to eat that. Do you have any meat?
I offered him meat.
Who offered him meat?
Me.
You can eat one of
Yeah, rations aren't really just designated vegetarian, are they? I assume that it comes with meat.
I assumed it would come with jerky.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could offer him that. I thought, like, in my head, I don't know why, but I went to like crackers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
Cap
lembas bread.
Yeah, like
essentially
lembas bread.
offers him the jerky that he will not eat from the rations. He's vegetarian.
Okay, so yeah, he eats it and he's like, I like him, Darga. Don't just have him keep
Next
giving
time.
me jerky.
We'll give you something better next time. Don't worry. Do you all want to go to this cave then?
I suppose we do. Now, quick out of character. How much longer is the session gonna go? I'm sorry.
I usually go until it's a 4-hour session usually.
Oh boy.
So we'd have another hour and 15. Is that all right?
You can cut out early if you have to. No big deal.
I have to get up at about 5 o'clock in the morning.
If you have to leave now, that's fine.
I don't want to though.
I don't know if it was stated, but Krez does record each of these sessions.
Oh,
So,
no.
so if you ever need to refer to back of things that you missed, you can use that.
This is the longest time I love it.
Oh, I just hate to miss any of the fun, so I think I'll stick around for now.
Well, I don't want to affect your work and stuff. So if you have to go, I don't want to make you feel bad for staying or leaving.
Yeah, like
So
if it helps, all of us have had to leave early at some point or another, and we don't. It doesn't really.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
It's not.
I guess
I'm not a
We all have lives. We get it.
I'm
I
not a
guess
snooze you lose kind
I
of
don't have a
DM.
life.
Okay, well then, I guess I do need to get ready and go to sleep. But
Yeah.
I
So
really
you
had a
doing
lot
for a
of
living?
fun. Oh,
You were a fun addition. Like it's nice to have somebody who's like pushing for good with like the murder tanks.
Cass is well, I suppose I don't mind saying it. When he was a courtier, he did a lot of things that he's not proud of, and he's trying to make up for those things.
There's no,
Of course,
there's
you
no
know,
right and
that'll
wrong.
come,
It's just pleasure and pain.
of course that'll come up much later. So, but
right.
yeah, I've had a really fun time, guys.
Yeah.
We enjoyed having you.
Well, I'm
Yes.
looking.
We'll see you
forward-
next week.
I'm looking forward to next week, and of course, talking more tomorrow and such.
Cool. We'll be on there. Have a good day. I want to hear what you do for a living sometime.
Okay. Talk to. Say I work in a hospital. Anyway,
Ooh.
bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So, you'll see. Does look at you all and says, "Yes." So you know that Droki it frequents Wallstone Tunnel, and you assume that's where they're operating out of. But do any of you really know how to get there?
Can you send a guide with us if we go check it out for you?
You're lucky. Only a handful of people really know where this tunnel is. I happen to be a member of the Council of Savants who do have this information you seek. She takes out a scroll from a nearby stack of other scrolls, unrolls it on the table, to which it's a map of of Gracklestew, and she points down into a place called Ladugur's Furrow. Wow, that's a mouthful. And says, just to the west of here, you can scale down the rock, and there is a tunnel that leads to Whirlstone Tunnels. Up until now, it's been pretty much abandoned or in service to the Council of Savants, but now that we kind of figure that the Grey Ghosts are operating out of there, might be a good idea to have you guys go in and clear them out for good.
Oh, clear them out. How many do you think there are?
Well, I mean, the Grey Ghosts are very reclusive as of late, now being pursued by the Keepers of the Flame. So their numbers may be few. If they're employing people like Droki, There might be desperate.
And about reimbursement, we be paid more for doing this then. This seems
Well,
beyond what we originally spoke about.
Well, I think it goes fair to say that any loot that you find in this tunnel is yours to keep.
Including something that you might have wanted to keep yourself.
Exactly.
Elena may or may not be thinking about a red dragon egg.
And I will give you all of this that I've already collected as evidence. I have no problem with that. I will also give you some more information on some other happenings going on here in the Underdark. I know you are not really from here, but I keep track on recent developments, and I'd be more than happy to share more of that information with you if you could complete this for me.
Yes, and I need to find an animal dealer. Is there a place around here that sells animals?
Yeah, there's a merchant that sells livestock. What were you looking for in particular?
Exotic animals, and maybe a beast of burden for the Underdark. But we'll talk about that later.
Well, I think anything you find down here is probably exotic, Tarka.
At least to the surface dwellers, it is.
I'm thinking maybe a pet spider. Nice.
Oh, so now you want to ride a spider?
I don't think I'm going to ride a spider, but I could rent one. I don't know. We'll do it later.
Okay.
Right.
I love.
So, it gives you the tunnel, or it gives you the information to get you to these tunnels. At this point in the day, it's been about 8 hours.
I would like
Sarah,
to have half up front just so that we can equip ourselves appropriately for something like this.
You want half up front?
Or at least enough money to make sure that we are equipped to take on an entire thieves guild.
Well,
it will do you absolutely no good if we go down there and we all die.
She says,
then you have to actually sacrifice.
wait here. I have a favor I can call in. Give me 10 minutes. And she leaves you in her office with just the guards. Comes back 10 minutes later. And she sets down enough vials on the table for each of you to take 2, and she gestures for you to take them. Says these are some mid-level healing potions. I had a favor with the necromancer. He seems to be in good spirits today, claiming he made a lot of money. So he let me have these as part of our agreement. So he or she hands you each 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
This should keep you a little bit better equipped. I don't really have any connections with anyone else. This was just like a personal favor I kind of called in, so because I do appreciate the work that you've done for me so far. I want you to know that.
Thank you, I guess, but you guys can have mine. I don't need one.
Not even in an emergency, you don't want to keep one?
He's gonna take out his good berries. So he keeps in his pocket. Says, "No, I'm covered. Don't worry."
Helena will take his. Okay.
So it seems like maybe we lost the DM. He gets frozen again.
Oh no.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay, there you
I
are.
was just listening intently on what you guys were doing.
Just pass around healing potions.
Do you have any kind of connections with anybody with armor or an armory, anything of that nature?
Unfortunately, I don't. They kind of They kind of follow the law to a T.
I did a minor.
Okay. Let us get some rest for the evening.
I.
And then we
I'm
shall
waiting.
what? Go out tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we have some planning to do. I think.
I don't know what's entailed, but we'll definitely get some rest. I don't know what there is to plan. We're just gonna go in there and let Prez loose.
True.
Well, I'm sure we can talk about it when there's more private company. You know.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys can. There is an inn that you can go in and stay the night in if you'd like.
Yes.
Oh. We're allowed to stay in an inn now?
Yeah, there's an inn that is open for surface dwellers. It is. You've already been there. It's called. The name escapes me right off the top of my head. It's called Gilborn's Lair, where you met the Darrow bartender that you all just were at.
Heard.
It's like,
But that's
yeah.
behind the wall, isn't it?
Yes.
But it's out of range of the crackle lung.
No, it's not. So you guys would have to make that roll. But I'm like I said before, the roll itself is very, very low DC, so it's very easy to pass it.
You're talking to somebody who either rolls really, really high or a 2. So, but that's
Very true.
Well, as we're walking to the inn, I think now Rion will just look over to Darga, who was a little concerned earlier, and just say, yeah, well, no matter how secret they are, they got to get their water from somewhere, and it would be a shame if their water was, poisoned or something.
You mean this group? You want to poison
Yes.
their water?
No. Maybe if it happened, it would be convenient for us.
Yeah. Do you have any poison?
No,
got a
but
lot of
I'm sure.
mushrooms.
I'm sure in a place like this, some poison could be acquired, and I've got a knack of making myself look like someone I'm not. So I don't know. It could be worth a shot.
You could disguise yourself as a Jero then.
I don't see why not. I can give it a shot once we're back at the inn.
That's good. I have a disguise kit, but Jeros are short. They're dwarfs. They're really small. So I'm not even gonna try.
Well, I know that a disguise self spell lets you make yourself a foot shorter, so I could be a tall dwarf at 5'4".
Yeah, well, you could turn yourself into a large dwarf with that. That would work well. I mean, I would know about it. I have Arcania, so yeah, that's good. I don't have that. I used to be able to do that. Oh well. I did.
So it's just an option. Not necessarily saying that's the way to go, but if we're seeing that there's maybe more men than we're comfortable going against, we could just give it a shot, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. You could infiltrate first, and then we could come in after you.
You tried.
That's a duger. You got to dress yourself to look like them as well.
Okay. So you guys are taking a long rest then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you take a rest in this inn. Of the coming morning, I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Love it.
8.
Gosh, I was so close to being a 2. Jeez.
I got to make a 16.
10.
Oh, this is quite unfortunate. Looks like 2 of you have failed. And for dramatic sake, I will go one at a time.
If you want
Darga, you wake up.
With a
Is this
16?
considered a disease?
It is considered a condition. It's not considered a disease.
Didn't I roll high though? I rolled a 16.
Yeah, you did. I was being dramatic.
Oh, okay.
He's getting to
No.
me and Chris.
Yeah, so essentially, Darga, Naurion, and the other 2, they wake up with no mishap. Helena and Krez, you wake up, and the first thing that happens, you wake up, is you sit up and you feel a slight tickle in your lungs, and you start to cough to kind of clear your throat, and a little bit of black phlegm is left in your hands.
So much for it being a low DC.
The DC's 11.
It's not a low DC. Low DC is like 5. This is a medium DC.
It's reasonably medium, I guess. So each way, you guys will each take a level of exhaustion.
Actually, can I use my... Is my bless gone? Because I never used it.
I mean, I'll say for the sake of things, you guys could roll your bless
The
before
bardic
you woke up.
inspiration.
Next level, I get lesser restoration.
So that'll be... That puts me at 13.
I still
So
fail.
yeah, you would pass.
I'd only get to 10.
Yeah, so Krez would be the only one that still failed.
Well, I wanted to sleep
Perez
outside
uses
of town.
his legendary. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to sleep outside of town.
He uses his legendary resistance. He's villain. That's fantastic. Alright. So basically we need to get 2,000 more experience points so that Darga there can level up and get greater restoration.
We can leave after this. We don't have to stick around if everyone's going to start. Yeah, we shouldn't. I don't think we should stay here too long. What are the symptoms?
So the symptoms of grackle lung are persistent racking coughs and the spewing of thick black phlegm. It's caused by the constant smog in Grackle Stew.
I'll go kill that dragon for you. Don't worry, Chris.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you guys set off for the day down the path that you were given to Whorlstone Tunnels.
Correct.
And I will give you a map because I can.
He's like, this is what I planned for.
Actually, this is totally not what I wrote out at all.
I can stealth. Who else can stealth here? Are you the ranger?
I have disadvantage on stealth.
Really? We need to get you better armor.
That, bro, you can't get like the armor that I wear that isn't like disadvantage on stealth.
Breastplate. Oh, you're wearing heavy armor. Oh, I got you.
coral blue.
Is chain the same as breastplate?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is chain and breastplate the same armor class, or is it lower?
I think a breastplate also gives me disadvantage.
The breastplate.
I think it is a lower. Let me look.
Give me this low.
I think it was also too expensive, I think, was one of the things I was looking at. Medium armor. Armor class is 14.
And then you get 2 dex.
Yeah, no, mine gives me armor class of 16.
What's your dex?
My dex is a +1.
Oh, you could go down. No, you don't get dex with heavy armor, I don't think.
Yeah, but Helena wouldn't look as cool than medium armor, so.
Breastplate is very cool, okay?
All
Now,
right.
Leon?
So I have
was-
posted a map.
Keep it under my
He's like,
belly.
pay attention. Heard. Looking. What do we got?
Oh man, I have no idea how to read this. What the heck?
Locked
It's
himself
very
in a
difficult, but I will explain it as things come to be apparent. So for right now, just kind of ignore the bubbles at the bottom. The main map that you're looking at is at the top, and you would be coming in at the entrance to the southwest. That kind of tapers in.
Okay. So it's a large entrance.
It is very large.
Okay. Is this the map she gave us? Maybe.
This is essentially the map she gave you. Yeah.
All right. Or 1 square equals 25 feet. Okay. So yeah, we're heading eastward, and our marching order will be me towards the rear.
Sorry about that.
Me and
all
Simon in the
good.
rear, I guess.
What are we doing? I missed.
I think you guys are assigning marching order.
It's usually me and Krez at the front.
Yeah, me and Simon in the rear, and I put Naurion in the middle, if that's all right.
Yeah, Naurion loves being smack dab in the middle.
I'm putting Naurion in the middle with the bard.
Yeah, because
Put
Naurion
the
has
squishy
90 feet of dark vision, which is pretty good.
I have that as well, I believe. I think we all have dark vision, actually, except Simon. Carries a
I don't
dim
have
light.
90 feet. I only have 60 feet of dark
What do I
vision.
do? Where do you find that? It's under features, right?
It's under dark. It's over in the senses where your passive intelligence, wisdom, all of that stuff is.
I thought it'd be funny.
Okay. So, you guys are in the entrance, or you're making your way to the entrance, and Helena, as you guys are making your way down the cave wall to this cave entrance, you spot Droki.
It's gonna be make.
He
is walking his way into the cave right now. You guys are about 40 feet behind him.
I'll just sort of like elbow Krez next to me, point him out, and then like look back at the other two, like and gesture like hey, and like point him out that way. But I know he's faster than me, so I don't want to sprint after. I just want to follow and pace, as it were, like pace him.
Okay. So I'll have, if the group is going along with this plan, I'll have you all make a group stealth check.
Well, now Rail's going to go ahead and ask Elena real quick, or maybe Krez if they're right in front of him. Who's ever right in front of him? Are we planning on bringing him in alive, or is the plan still to kill everybody?
I think we need a little bit more information from him about where we're going and what to expect before we kill him. Or wait, no, Darga can talk to him once he's dead. So she's not sure yet. Manage roll.
I think we could grab the spell all the way and get him.
It's all the way
9.
bottom.
Gotta roll.
But
Yeah,
why do you
so
have this
4.
advantage?
Because you guys made me put on chainmail.
No. Is it chain shirt or was it chain mail?
It's scale mail.
Oh,
Any kind
Yeah,
of
snail mail.
armor is going to give us like disadvantage on this stuff.
No. Medium armor doesn't.
Oh. Yeah. All right, so with the average, that's pretty decent. You guys managed to stay quiet enough to follow him. He makes his way through the cave. The cave is actually it's dimly lit with an eerie red light. You've heard a little bit of the drow talking about it when you guys were all in Velkenvelv. They called it Fairsress. And they said that apparently it was making people act crazy, this light in this kind of, it's almost like radiation, but not. They said it was making people act kind of crazy.
So as we're sneaking through here, now we're on to look out for two things. One, a water source that they might get their water from inside here, and two, any mushrooms lying about, ready for picking.
So, there are mushrooms everywhere. A lot of them are just regular looking mushrooms. There's some that you've encountered already. Like there is some fire lichen here.
I guess he's really curious because he'd like to get one more tongue of madness if he can find one.
You can give me a survival check to see if one's growing.
All right.
Is the light of these things what make people crazy, or is it the
Like kicking my feet.
what's the deal with these things?
So I'll read the description that it has of what this is, how this stuff is, why it matters.
Yeah. Are we going to be affected?
second.
I'm just wondering if we're going to be affected by it.
So
That would be bad.
So
Look at them.
you guys have gotten lucky for now, and you guys haven't encountered it at all. I was supposed to talk about it in chapter 2, but you guys didn't encounter any of it.
Yeah.
It's an unusual magic energy that the drow called Fairsress. It's pervading much of the Underdark. The origins of this mysterious power is unknown. They claim that it's ancient elven magic. Usually, drow kind of put their settlements that are infused with it. They kind of put their settlements there to protect them. You know that areas suffused with this Fairsress are always filled with dim light. They've let you know that sometimes magic can prevail in these areas, but it also has been reported that magic can go very wild in these areas as well and become very unpredictable.
So it's
I
not,
love that.
it's not overtly harmful to us right away, only like if we cast spells and stuff.
Oh, the unlimited die. Okay.
Yeah, it's like prolonged exposure to it can be bad.
Now, yeah, what you're saying?
I don't think I was saying anything. I think I might have said I love that it makes magic go awry. That's it.
Thing. Like,
I don't love it.
like.
All right. Can you collect it? I don't want to collect it.
It's not really something you can collect.
It's just kind of, it's just in an area where it's not.
It's like I said, it's like radiation.
Yeah.
Like red kryptonite.
Exactly. So, you guys are following Droki, as I understand.
Yes. Kind of keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, run. I'm gonna probably throw a spell at him.
Okay. So you follow him for a good amount of time.
At this point, I'd probably be in the lead because I'm the stealthiest.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no problem letting the person who's better at something than I am go first.
I have no love for now, or Darga?
What's that?
They got no love for now.
Are you stealthy too?
Oh, relatively. It's a +6 for stealth.
That's good. So me and you should be in the lead right now.
Sounds good.
So you follow him for a good amount of time. He branches off from the main tunnel a little bit, and he stands in front of a tall yet narrow crack in the wall. He stares at the crack for a minute, and then leans down and rummages among the fungus, kind of laughing to himself as he plucks a small little mushroom, and he eats it entirely. As he finishes the last bite, you see him shrink down to a doll's size and then run into the crack.
Okay.
It's a good sword.
Is that normal? Is this a thing that mushrooms do?
Oh, these mushrooms.
I've never seen anything like that before.
So he went to the left, right? On the map.
Judging by the map.
I'm gonna come up behind him stealthily and try to find some more of the mushrooms, like the ones that he took.
Yes, he did take the path to the left that you're referring to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you look into this patch next to the crack, and there's two different kinds of mushrooms there. Give me a survival check.
Oh,
Can I assist him? Give
Yeah,
advantage?
you absolutely can.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm going to give you advantage, Darga.
I don't really have survival, so
No, you want me to roll it then?
yeah. I mean, you would have
We'd
seen.
probably all look at the mushroom person and be like,
Yeah, anybody.
I'd probably be the best to try it.
Oh,
when I'm in the
close
city.
to a 20. Man.
Oof.
and take things.
Isn't that good though?
A 2? No, 2's not great.
I thought he said it was a 10.
Yeah, because like right on the other side of the 20 is a 2.
Are there a lot
the
of
dice.
both of them?
There is. Give me just 1 second.
I don't mind trying. I'm not afraid of fungi. As I like turn into a balloon and float away.
There is 18 of each of them.
All right. So yeah, they're two different types. I'm gonna grab one, pop one in my mouth, the first one to see if there's any immediate effect.
Okay.
Now we're going to grab the other one and do the same. And it'd be
No,
like,
whoa. Just let me do it first. And let you
So
he's immune to
nope.
he's immune to poison.
You both said it. It's okay. That's what's happening. You eat one of them, Darga, and you grow a size larger.
Oh man.
And Nalrion, you eat the other one, and you do the same thing that Droki just did. You grow to the size of a small doll, just big enough to fit through that crack.
I say we take them all. Make sure that we keep the big ones nearby to make the tanks bigger.
How many of the ones of the type that I just grabbed?
Well, there was 18 to start with. Each of you grabbed, or one of you grabbed one of each, and one of you grabbed just the opposite of one that you just ate. So there's 17 of one, and 16 of the other still in the ground.
So 16 of the small and 17
of the big.
And how many of us are there?
I just want 2 of the big. The warriors could keep them. They're probably more advantageous to everyone, or at least one. You all take them though. I'll take one of the big ones, if that's okay, just to have.
So essentially, there's enough mushrooms here that each of you can take a dose of each.
Correct, because we're going to need to get big once we get to the other side, I'm assuming.
Or you'd have to wait for it to wear off, assumedly.
I have a question.
Is there a saving throw for it?
Did his weapons get small?
Yeah, everything got small.
Everything got small? Good.
I have resistance to what is it?
Well, it's not
We're
really
gonna
a
see.
magic effect like you're thinking. It's literally just like the effects of this mushroom. That's how it's just kind of how it works.
Plus, you want to get small so we can get through, and you need to get big again so that we can get you back to normal size once we're through.
Yeah.
You're gonna see now Rayon point towards the mushrooms, and like you can hear a little squeaking coming from him on the ground.
Yeah, his voice is definitely a lot higher now that he's smaller.
Can't quite make out what he's saying.
Helena will hunker down and just put her ear close and be like, listen.
Maybe we can make everybody eat these mushrooms. It would make them less of a threat. Not sure how, but it's an idea.
We could pick them up and put them in little bags. She's like, like resisting the urge to just pick him up by his tiny little shirt and put.
There's just not that many there, though. He said there's enough for one dose of each for each of us.
Culver's.
So
If there's 17 of the big and what is it? 16 of the small, that's more than one dose for each of us.
It's so funny.
yeah, which one is it, Mr. DM? Is it one dose a piece, or do we have a bunch of doses of this in general?
Well, each one is a dose.
Yeah. Okay. So can I take two and get to be Naurion size? Is that how it works? Try to take one of the small ones.
You
I kind of want to
Yeah,
see how long it lasts, too.
Yeah, we could wait to see how long they last, I guess.
yeah,
We'll
just
do it.
you can
We'll do it.
do a test if you'd like.
We might lose the gnome, but we're right behind them anyway.
So I'm reading here what these do. I'll give you the information on what these are called after like sitting there analyzing them. Naurion, you would identify these mushrooms. One of them is a mushroom strain known as bigwig.
Yeah.
It's about 4 inches tall, got a thin stem and a wide purple cap. Oh, okay. I'm reading this now. Darga, you guys can actually make a Constitution save to try and not be affected by this.
I'm going to try to do that. Because I don't want to get large. We want to try to follow this guy and stay close to him.
Fucked up.
And if you guys just allow it to happen, you suffer the effect of the enlarge reduce spell.
Yes. Which is good for you fighters. I definitely want to take a few doses of the get small one. It's all right.
Yeah, because one of them is called bigwig and the other one's called pygmy wart.
I don't want that.
So take enough for everybody to get small, and then large again, and then small again so that we can leave.
And Nalron, you'd also know that the effects of these mushrooms last for about an hour, and about 10 minutes before they end, you start to feel a tingling sensation.
Copy that.
All right.
All right. So, did I resist with a 14? Getting big?
Yeah, that did.
All right.
So you eat the mushroom, you feel a tingly sensation, like some magic's about to take hold of you, but you kind of fight it off.
So, yeah, we'll all take a small one and continue on with me and Naurion in the lead. How many small ones do we have left if the whole party takes one?
So there was 18 to start with. If each of you took one, there would be...
How many people do we have in our party?
There's 8 people in your party right now, so there'd be 10 left.
Okay.
So there will be 2 extras. And that's
Each.
if we... No, just 2 extras total after everybody takes one to get in and one to get out.
All right. Can I have one of those get smalls? I'm not going to take any of the get bigs. I think the fighters should take those.
Yeah, I'll take 2 of those.
let's see how many we have left after we get big again, because we're not going to want to wait an hour, I don't think. How long does the crack last?
I'm looking at that right now.
You say the crack?
Yeah, that he went through.
Who else wants to take the other get small?
I think we all need to take the get small to get through.
Oh, we did that. We're doing that. We have 2 leftovers. I'm going to hold on to one of the get smalls.
All
I
right,
think the
so
stealthy people will be most useful with the small.
this path takes
Maybe now
you
we are.
about an hour to get through it, and it spits you out just on the other side of this big pool on the map.
So just enough time to get through with 1 mushroom.
Correct.
Right, and that's at a
And,
normal pace.
Did we go over a bridge?
That was like a tunnel system that you guys just went through.
Okay.
And you come out through the tunnel into the bigger opening of the tunnel. Droki is not in your sight, but you can give me a survival check to try and track his movements. I'll say a 12 or higher is you be able to pick up his trail.
You
I
said
am
survival?
not the person for this.
Yes, survival.
Yes. She just
somebody
sort of
say
looks at the
survival?
ranger and is like, please.
And we
We
want to
finding?
know if he's large or small at this point. So if it's time to take the large mushroom and catch up with him, if that's what we want to do. We don't want to keep traveling small, I don't think.
So with the 16,
We are all normal size now, right?
yeah, you guys all came back to normal size. It took you about about as long as the mushroom would last to get through that.
All right. So me and Narion hold on to a get small, and then you and Krez split the get larges. Is that all right?
Works for me.
Elena?
Sounds
I
good.
don't know. You do the math. I don't know how many are left.
And with Naurion, with your survival check, you can tell, dictating from the map, if you ventured further on in the path, off to the right, the path branches off, and that is the direction that looks like Droki went through.
Come on, guys. Well, our target went this way. If that's still what we want to do. Come on.